Okay.
Woo!
Testing. Yeah, what? Very clearly.
Yeah.
It's gonna be high energy.
What are we doing?
Oh, we'll get there. We'll get there.
Oh, there's a hockey game. Why am I playing video games?
Hello,
Yeah,
everyone.
Travis has more important things to do right now.
I am too tired to think of any announcements. Been a long weekend. Been a very long weekend in one
There's
week.
gonna be a pink moon somewhere, right? Tonight.
You could say that, I could believe you, and I wouldn't even like.
I
it
think
would
that's
not
a thing. Like tonight, there's gonna be like a. I don't know.
I mean, I'm not gonna look outside, so.
That's scary.
That's what that one girl's Instagram story told me.
Oh, cool. Man.
Well, I trust that news source.
Yeah. I hear a pink. I mean, it's crazy what they do for gender reveals nowadays.
Outside is lame, correct. Agreed.
You guys ever watch The Tick, like the cartoon show?
No.
Okay, never mind. There's a reference I was gonna make about the moon, but never mind.
No, please. Come on, nobody knowing your references has never stopped you before.
It's true. Saying. Oh.
Alright, so there's this guy in The Tick called the Chairman, and he's literally like a dude, but his head is a chair. And one of his like evil schemes for an episode is to like write his name, Chairman, on the moon, and like the Tick and like his sidekick the Moth, they get to like save the day and stuff, but they don't like get there right in time, so there's just a cha on the moon. That's it.
Great story. That was awesome.
I legitimately. That might have been the most Alan of excerpts I have ever heard in my life.
This is a real thing. This is actually.
It was a real thing from The Tick.
Yeah. There's also like a live action version of The Tick starring Patrick Warburton.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Classic.
What?
Patrick Warburton, was he
the big guy in Emperor's New Groove?
Yeah, Kronk.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Hey, Peter.
Oh,
that guy.
Says yeah, Kronk from New Groove. Talks like Joe from Family Guy.
They're the same voice.
I know, but it was just crossing the streams.
He has one voice. That guy has literally one voice in every role. He does the same voice.
Why are you getting so mad about it?
Lois, remember when I met Kronk from the Emperor's New Groove?
You went, hey, Peter. This is my friend Joe. Hey, Joe, my name is Kronk. That would be a real Family Guy bit. I really feel like it would be.
Wasn't he also the guy from the B movie?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I think so. Yeah.
The guy.
I love it. I honestly
by a
love that
bee.
guy's voice. He is quite amusing.
I love people going back and watching that movie and being like, he's kind of justified.
I mean, I don't think he's kind of justified. He's extremely justified.
Oh Jesus. We're off to a great start. So yeah, I'll keep playing with sounds. We'll see if it gets
Jerry Seinfeld,
better.
Yellow Jacket ass, man. Taking my lady. I don't know. I haven't seen the movie.
Yellow Jacket ass, stealing my girl. I'm just kidding. I haven't seen the movie, guys. I'm sorry. I just wanted to be part of the conversation.
Aggressively on-brand Alan thing I've ever heard.
That's what happens, right?
Yes. Just the fact that you've been referencing obscure pieces of media and then try to join in the joke on something everybody has seen. You're just like, I actually haven't seen it.
Yeah, I ain't a liar.
Oh, man.
Anyway, tune in for our Mecha one shot
Yeah,
this Wednesday.
that's this Wednesday.
Oh yeah, it is this Wednesday. Are you playing the B movie?
Yeah, B-movie Mecha Hack crossover.
yeah, tune in for our B movie watch party / Mecha one shot.
When y'all have to play a Bumblebee character that only does like excerpts from the Seinfeld show.
No, you need
As
to
your
play.
lines.
You need to play a Bumblebee movie that or just play Bumblebee character that all it tries to do is just steal someone's girl, just the whole time.
I have to protect Shia.
I don't want to be here anymore.
You wanted to be here at some point?
We've crossed the stream.
I feel like
so
what's
many
happening,
times.
I feel like this is the equivalent of like walking around like Costco and just getting a bunch of free samples. I feel like we're just like like picking little details from everything and like just linking all these movies together.
It's
Little
recombinant.
here, a little here.
Yeah.
I gotta save Shia, says Jerry Seinfeld, the Yellow Jacket.
Playing Bumblebee. from Transformers.
Oh my god.
What's the deal with Optimus?
What's the deal with Optimus Prime? Am I right?
She's a
Oh, Sein-
Decepticon! A Decepticon!
Oh my god.
Well, on that note, thanks for
I hope
hanging out.
Variant
everybody.
gets blown up again.
We'll find out. Man, let's jump right in so that way we don't keep going on another tangent. Let me make sure this works. Looks
Yeah,
like
I'll
it
shut
works. Looks like it works. I know Alan needs a recap. Definitely needs a recap.
Hey,
Yeah, you
Absolutely,
remember
Rachel.
something, right? Or-
To pretty much make it short, it was a lot more planning. A lot more talking about the plan. And then finally executing the plan. Of course, Oleg had a discussion of ethics with a mind flayer.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, that was last session, wasn't it?
And then Varian went on a date.
ooh,
Kinda. Kinda. So, here's what we'll do. We're gonna do a little bit of maintenance, a little bit of setting the stage again. Thank you. I need to drink some water. And it's gonna be, it might be, sorry for people watching, it might, Carson.
Yeah.
Nothing.
wait, was that like liquor or was that like a Listerine bottle? What?
Yes, I just drank 2
I
shots
only
worth
saw
of
it for a
Listerine.
bit.
Ooh.
So, I need to, apologize to my players because I had, an incorrect, image of Moorgrave University's campus in my mind. It's not as big as I thought it was. It's still fairly big. And the, layout of it is slightly different. So rather than try and make up my own new map of Moorgrave University, no one's got time for that. We're just gonna sort of backtrack. We'll go over the layout of the university again, and by doing that, we'll also figure out where all of you guys are going to be at the time of the plan's conclusion is not the right word because you're only halfway through it, I guess. The plan really getting underway here on the campus. So what I'm going to be doing is
The university got renovated.
yes, totally. Don't freak out. I'm going to send you a link to a Roll20.
Oh God.
Hopefully it works. Hopefully it all comes up right.
Was that Lysol? You fuck.
Huh?
Huh? What? Huh? Who? Yep, so get the Roll20 pulled up, take a gander, and then we'll talk about it a little bit. This is mostly to get ourselves oriented, just because since this is essentially a plan and it's a different kind of area, I want to make sure that we're all on the same page. Well, Alan, what's going on? What are you talking about?
Alan, you really got to rein it in, man.
Oh my lord. Oh my god.
So to dive into a little bit more recap here while everyone gets Roll20 pulled up, they're essentially trying to entrap this mastermind that they have been chasing. Carson, what are you doing?
Huh?
What? What is?
I'm sorry. That's their problem.
Nope. Not a problem at all. I just love all this prop comedy you're getting into now.
It's my new brand, baby.
Prop comedy.
Fuck you,
Thanks,
Carrot
that
Head.
works.
I'm coming for the crown.
Yeah, I'm about to say that worked so well for Carrot Top.
I said Carrot Head. Yeah.
Carrot head, carrot ass.
Yeah. Carrot ass motherfucker.
The mastermind that they've been chasing, they're trying to entrap her, or at least begin entrapping her, by faking in a complicated way, faking Varian's death or staging his death, for her to believe that the plan is going off without a hitch. So after they met up, they went about a night of drinking to celebrate the holiday of peace. Varian lured her.
I don't like how that sounds. I mean, it's technically correct. It takes me back to my 9th grade English class with us talking about connotations.
Yep. Varian lured her to a dark corner of the university's campus. Asked her to wait there for him as he went inside, ate some frozen yogurt next to his dead professor, and then he blew up the office and threw himself from the office many
All of
floors
this sounds far worse than it was in my head.
But is any of it wrong?
No.
So,
No.
is everyone here? I only see Xavier Jacob. Brad,
I'm recovering my password.
nice one.
Lemons, that's a bizarre idea, but I don't think I have any way of refuting it.
He's out of line, but he's right.
Yeah. One, how dare you? Two, yeah.
Carson, are you gonna be able to get the Roll20?
Oh, yes. Yes, sorry.
There you go. Link is in the Discord.
Cool.
Okay. Oh, I am gassy. Burpy. There it
Very
is.
nice. There it is. Whoop, there it is.
Whoop, there it is. So, that is the campus. It is quite large. I wasn't too far off. It's just the layout's a little bit different. So if you look at the areas where there are lecture halls, workshops, and offices, those towers rise up many dozens and dozens and dozens of floors. And so that's generally kind of how it's laid out. Some floors are more offices than anything else. While others might be more workshops. All right, guys.
I solved it. I killed her. She's dead. The mystery is solved.
She is not. Hold on, I need to fix that.
I mean, we easily could have just done that if you wanted to.
That's fair. And just hide the body and it's fine. Which, who knows? So that's the campus. Now, did any of you, as Varian and Ithranel first left campus to go bar crawling, what did you guys do in the few hours that they were out walking around? Did you linger on campus? Did you follow them? Did you go about your own business and just met back at university later? What was the rest of your plan?
I was just planning on tinkering with some things in my car, honestly, and just waiting around. I was just going to I don't know, spend some downtime basically and to wait. Um and then set myself up to be in a place that would be quickly able to get there. With the excuse that Oleg probably tries to make sure that Varian is okay once in a while anyway.
Did the rest of you hang out with Oleg?
I
Well,
thought we were tailing Varian, just staying close by. I think that would probably be a good idea.
All right, y'all could. I was still planning on doing what I was going to do, to be honest.
I mean, in the planning stage, the hours of planning, I would have probably suggested that if you wanted to keep somewhere nearby, like when in one of the other buildings out of sight or something like that, or if you had any abilities to keep you hidden, and that would be cool, but just playing it very safe not to tip her off. That's what I would have suggested. You guys do whatever the fuck you want.
I think that going to like adjacent buildings that they're at, it wouldn't be a bad idea.
Okay, so Oleg's gonna sit and hang out in his car. Spike, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna tail or are you gonna wait in the building?
I'll wait in the building with Donovan.
Okay, Donovan's gonna wait in the building. And Killian, what are you going to do? It has also been mentioned, it was mentioned previously that they were gonna get you to essentially have the King Citadel and some Dark Lanterns on call in case things get rowdy. So we'll assume that's done, but
And we also gave Varian and what's his face? Sim both recording crystals.
mhm.
Just
And-
as a note.
And Varian is protected against people reading his mind.
Cool. Do we
Very cool,
all...
very useful.
So do we all now have access to the communicrystal things? Or
Yes.
Yes,
no?
and
Yeah.
here's what,
Okay.
and I will go ahead and send that to you guys in the Discord as well, because there are some statistics for it.
Cool.
It'll be in the loot and handouts channel. Oh, there were those. You can also take pictures with it.
Immaculate.
Wait, who is tailing Varian?
Me and Spike are going to a building like across the way where they are, so we can still keep an eye out.
Okay. Is there a way I could monitor from above without being spotted?
You sure could. There are all varieties of balconies and ledges and things if you wanted to perch up somewhere.
All right,
Okay.
I'll do that
So
discreetly.
yes. So in the Roll20, I'm gonna do some gesturing here. This tower right here, and the way this map is represented, this wall is essentially the first floor exterior wall, but the towers continue up above those. So essentially, to get into one of the towers, lecture halls, and offices, you kind of have to go through the actual buildings themselves. This area right here, where this tower on the far right side, not the library, but the lecture hall area, about 60 floors up is where Varian's advisor's office is and where the detonation will be happening. Well, or it was.
Okay. We're rewinding time a little bit.
Just a hair, just to get us ourselves situated. For those of you, Killian, Oleg, you are going to, I'll move you a little off screen since you'll be in your Sky Coach parked away off campus a little bit. I'm gonna set you over there. Now, if Spike and Donovan, if you'll choose the building you want to be positioned your stakeout in, you'll notice the other tokens, the large 10 by 10 tokens that look like a woman wearing a dark cloak. Those are essentially clusters of students, anywhere from 2 to 5 students that are hanging out, studying, spending time together, whatever else. Because even though it's a holiday, they still have work to do. The tokens that look like a guy in dark clothes wielding a staff, that is campus security who monitor most of the building entrances. And then finally, the little kind of white-haired, gnomish-looking people, those are faculty and staff. And so, Spike Donovan, choose your building that you want to stake out in. And also be aware, you'll probably have to make some rolls to get in there because you are not students or faculty.
Where we're gonna go depends on what direction Varian is going.
I already gestured that. It's the tower to the far right.
Okay. Does a library have like a second floor? Because
Yes.
if it's like over here, then maybe Spike and I can go read some books.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, so we're just like right here.
Yeah.
Okay. If the two of you will make some form of a charisma check, you can either stagger your inches and each make an individual check, or you make the same check. You can give one of the other advantage, any combination of that. Essentially, you need
an advantage.
you'll have to get past some guards and some faculty.
Okay, so as a 5 and a nat 20. So, what does that get me?
Whatever your persuasion is, right? So
32.
Nice one. So, fairly easily, you're able to slip past campus security, probably saying, you forgot your student ID, but you have an exam you need to study for, and so they're like, yeah, sure,
Like
whatever.
continuing education.
Yeah,
Yeah.
obviously.
I had classes with people in their
Yes.
40s and above.
Oh, is Donovan in his 40s?
I thought he was.
Do you,
I haven't said.
Okay.
Yeah. Donovan's actually like 24.
He's 18. His
Yeah.
daughter's 19.
Don't worry
So
about them.
now, Killian, Alan, where do you want to be positioned, and how high up do you want to be positioned?
I guess. Oh, where's my? How do I point again? So like, are we all like converging over here?
That's just where the office and site of the explosion will be. However, you want to be positioned toward that. It's up to you.
Yeah, I guess I'll just kind of like circle around this courtyard area. I assume one should not be directly above an explosion.
good, fair rule, I suppose.
And how high? What? How far can I see?
Everything is fairly well lit. You're an owl. Do you have dark vision? I don't know if Eric Hoker do or not.
Do I not? I guess
I actually don't think they do.
Yeah.
Either way, with things being fairly well lit, you'll be able to see, upwards of 300 to 500 feet away. You'll be able to see less details of things, but you'll be able to keep an eye out from fairly far away.
Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe like, I don't know, 300 feet? Is that good? I don't know. How tall are these buildings?
It's super tall, up 600, 700 feet, some of them.
Okay. I want to match the birds.
All these tiny birds, and then this giant, by comparison. Ow.
Yeah.
I don't know. You ever seen just like a really fat pigeon?
So
Like it's
thick.
clear they're the king pigeon, like that.
Jesus.
Can I use my hat of disguise to like change the colors of my outfit so I look slimmer?
Sure.
Like a kite kind of design, you know? You know what I mean?
You're
You're
not
losing
trying
me.
to look like a kite, right?
Huh?
You're not trying to look like a kite, right?
Well, you know, like some kites, you know, they got a cool design, you know, so they look like something. And then, like, if it's far away, it's like, it kind of looks like a bird. You know, like that kind of.
Okay. So you're trying to
you know what I mean?
mimic the effect of like a graphic on a kite.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're speaking my language.
I got you, bud.
No. Oh my god. So Alan, does 180 feet sound good to you?
Yeah, sure, let's do it.
Up and out of the way, and we'll say you can kind of jump and perch from wall to wall and fly and glide, etc., etc. Okay.
Thank you, Rachel.
That's exactly what
Oh,
I was
wait,
thinking too.
Are there gargoyles on the towers?
Totally.
Wait, can I just gargoyle myself?
Yeah. Like
Okay,
Batman on
so-
top. Wait, Batman like on top of a gargoyle or be a gargoyle?
Be a gargoyle.
Sure can try.
Alright.
A bird
Yeah,
who thinks he's
I'll
a kite,
have
who thinks he's a
disguise.
bird, who thinks he's a gargoyle. I'm on board.
I'll hat of disguise gargoyle on
On just a corner
Bird.
somewhere.
Yeah, can I be like over this way?
Yes.
Since there's people watching from here. from the
Yes.
right side.
And you do find an empty corner where there is not a gargoyle.
Alright. Thank God.
Now, Spike Donovan, you slipped your way into the library, killing you're pretending to be a gargoyle on a corner of one of the towers, about 180 feet up. Varen, you are doing your thing, eating your frozen yogurt. And Oleg, you are tinkering away over in your sky coach, which is probably parked fairly far away.
I would like to be like a couple rounds away, like driving distance.
Yes, that's totally feasible. Couple
Yeah.
rounds away.
How far away will this explosion be able to be heard, roughly?
Be heard probably a few hundred feet. So even probably,
Okay.
Oleg, you'll probably hear it. At least faintly, or the echoes of it. Now, here is my favorite part. I will reveal the radius of the fireball and where the office is.
Oh no. Is this gonna blow out every window on that floor?
Maybe. It's positioned enough toward the exterior wall to where it's just going to hit sort of that wall, and you made sure to kind of keep it isolated, but it is very much a noticeable explosion.
Okay, knowing this, did I see anybody on this floor when I came in?
No, we won't worry about that.
Okay,
We'll
cool.
be fine.
I don't want innocent blood on my hands.
Donovan's daughter walks by the door
Yeah.
just at... So,
You call out to her, but she's wearing headphones.
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
If I could get Donovan and Spike to both make either a stealth check or a charisma check. Alternatively, if you're proficient in stealth, you can make a charisma check and add your proficiency bonus.
Wait, what are we? You said stealth or what?
Stealth or a charisma check, but if you're proficient in stealth, you can add your proficiency to the charisma check.
Oh,
Essentially trying to stay out of sight.
Got a 21.
26. Yeah.
What are we staying out of sight for?
Roaming faculty staff, any kind of roaming campus security who walk past. any, just anyone that might catch you and be like, hey, you don't go here. But the time passes, you both keep an eye outside, waiting for Varian and Ithranel to make their way back to campus to fully start the plan. As you're sitting there, of course, your mind begins to wander, your vision begins to wander. As you're sitting next to all these old books and textbooks and even just novels and things that are packing the shelves of this library. Occasionally you might pace around a little bit and see even more, all sorts of artifacts and, paintings all on the walls. Spike, as you are walking around and you eventually start pacing a bit when Eberron has yet to arrive, you browse across some of the bookshelves and just kind of run your finger across some of the spines of the books, just seeing, what's what, and eventually you kind of might get curious, and if they have the good and bad, the ugly in the library, maybe they have some old first edition. But Spike, your eyes fall on a different book. What is this book, and why did it get your attention? I'm letting you have fun with this.
Oh, what is this book and why did it get my attention? I wish you could I come back to me?
Yes, I can come back to you.
Okay, cool. Give me a second.
Spike finds a new book. It's a porno.
Xavier just frantically Googling books.
What are books?
What is books? Killian, you are perched like a gargoyle on the corner of one of these towers, and you occasionally flit from one area to another and stay perched. You've used your hat of disguise to appear like you're made of stone and like your own gargoyle. And Killian, you hear the flapping of wings.
Oh shit.
And you see a flying creature heading in your direction.
Uh-huh.
And you look up and see a gargoyle flying over campus toward you. As it gets closer, you hear, "Who is this bozo on my perch?" I didn't think it was that funny.
Oh my god, I never thought about that.
He gets within a little bit closer, says, "I've been out delivering letters all day. I had a big-ass package delivered today, too. I'm just ready to get home, get some sleep. And this clown is sitting in my spot."
Do I see another spot?
Make a perception check.
Oh my god, that's amazing. Nat 20. 33.
Yes, there's an open spot. Not too far away either.
Without hesitation, without eye contact, I move as quickly as possible to that spot.
And of course, in angry fashion, this gargoyle continues to yell and say, "That's what I thought! If I ever see you back over here again!" And, just random stuff. And after a few moments, he settles down on his little perch. He's mumbling to himself and then just burns to stone and returns to his gargoyle duties.
Oh my god, that's funny.
So, Xavier.
Yo, if I get stuck with another gargoyle yelling at me.
Just behind you, you hear the flapping of wings and the voice say, "Hey, Dollface, what brings you up?" No, I'm just kidding. So, Xavier, what is this new book that has gotten Spike's attention?
This new book that's gotten Spike's attention is called Treasure Island. And he's looking at it. He's like, a whole island? You told me there's a whole island out there full of treasure? Well, damn, I gotta read this one. And he just slowly just pockets it.
I'd like to pretend that I see him steal a book, and I'm like, they could probably afford it here. People, the tuition's expensive.
It's fine.
Somewhere Rachel is like, no.
Don't steal books. Well, it's essentially a private university library.
I do it just to mess with Rachel.
Yeah. No, Spike doesn't just steal the book. He's like, wow, this is a good book. Opens it up and tears out every single page individually.
Okay, what did this big find?
Treasure Island.
Yeah.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah.
Not Treasure Planet.
It's the script for Treasure Planet.
Well, Treasure Planet is the prequel to Treasure Island. We all know.
Spike is he's gonna keep
Amazing.
like that cowboy dialect, but then he's gonna add in like matey and like
Matey. Mate.
Oh yeah,
How do you say matey with a southern accent?
might.
Hey,
Matey.
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 you
Matey.
say
It's like Mater, but with a little change.
Mhm.
It sounded like, did you mean a little change, like you changed it a little bit, or a little change like coins, like in a little change?
Yes.
So yeah, Spike, you and Donovan sit there, you delve into your new book a little bit as way for Varian and Ismail to get to campus. Eventually, of course, you spot them arrive in the courtyard. They have their exchange. Varian, you get Ithranel to take a seat, and she pulls out her own book and begins to sit and read just where she is now.
Anything interesting she's reading?
How to Get Away with Murder.
Yeah.
The Jeffrey Dahmer biography.
Okay, so Jeffrey Dahmer's canon. Cool. Jeffrey Dahmer and Treasure Planet. That's what we've added to the kit so far.
Jesus. Varian, you go up to the office. You do you get everything set up properly. You eat a bit of frozen yogurt. You say your goodbyes, and it blows and detonates. Remind me of the sequence of events. You set the thing, and did you alter self before you jumped, or while you were falling? Can't recall.
After I took the damage, so I don't have to make a concentration check.
And then you feather fallen,
Yeah.
feather
Failed at the last possible second because I rolled a nat 19 on the die.
The last possible second. You land, the explosion rocks everything. Killian, of course, you being almost, not necessarily at eye level with it, but close. You watch as glass and wood and brick blast out, and you watch Varian's body plummet. And there's probably a part of you that, like, sinks and you want to burst into action, but you know that's part of the plan, so you're like, oh, I have to reel back in. And you watch Varian fall. Spike, Donovan.
Hold me back.
Yeah, right. Donovan, Spike, you sitting at the window, you know, thumbing through books and watching this unfold. You see the explosion overhead just a little ways, and then Varian fall. And Oleg, you hear the faint echoing of an explosion. So you know, at very least, something's happened. Something has exploded. And Varian, you fell, and immediately Ithranel throws her book down, snatches up her bag, and runs over to you.
Pulls out her club.
Yeah, pulls out her club, pulls out a shotgun.
Yeah.
Gotta put him out of his misery. He's got a broken leg. He's no good anymore.
Varian's legs are very spindly and horse-like, I imagine.
I can still race.
Yeah.
I'm imagining Varian this very like, delicate, graceful, amazing magic user, and then he has to walk anywhere and he's like a newborn horse that's just like wobbling around. That's why he wears the long robe so no one sees his legs like
Yeah.
oh shit.
That's how he never moves in a straight line.
Yeah, that's been established.
So
Varian is just very afraid of crocodiles, and he does zigzags all the time.
yeah, those urban crocodiles.
I don't know about that.
Tunnel
Something
snakes
about that.
rule.
I don't like it.
Yeah, it's like from the sewers of Sharn.
Obviously.
Yeah.
So, Varian, you're on the ground. Ithranel runs up. What is your ruse? Are you playing dead? Are you playing just faint,
No.
unconscious?
I mean, I cast Featherfall, so I think it's pretty apparent that I'm conscious. So I think I kind of like, even with the Featherfall, thud to the ground a little bit, and I just start like trying to right myself. I like put one hand on the ground, and then I put my stump and just like scream out in pain and crumple to the ground again, and like just putting as much of that 1 week in drama club get on the Patreon.
Patreon,
And,
you can learn all about Varian's clubs that he had to eventually stop
Yeah.
as a freshman.
Putting all of that experience to use. The idea at this point was not to be like, this killed me, but this like I severely injured, but I got out of it luckily. So yeah, I'm acting like I'm very injured, got a blown off arm, and
Mhm.
am just like in a state of shock, like somebody would be if they had actually been surprised to be blown out of a building.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Yes. Of course the explosion happens. You start doing that. These students lingering over by the statue, they're going to immediately begin their flee toward the exit to campus and get out of Dodge. These campus security guards start to run over. As they do, Ithranel starts yelling at them, and starts yelling and saying, "It's the house killer! He's on campus! He must be up there in the tower! That's just the explosion! You need to find him!"
Bitch.
And immediately she starts trying to like tend to you. Just lay down. Let me support you out. What? And I would like. Let me check my notes to see what heck. So this is gonna be another sort of strange check.
Okay.
Are you either proficient in deception or performance?
I don't believe I'm proficient in either.
You only did
Yeah.
the one theater meeting, so.
It was a week.
So just make an intelligence check for me. What this is for is essentially having a calculated performance, but it's also about how convincing the wound is. And it's pretty convincing just because of what you've put into it, but that's why it's intelligence, not just charisma.
Okay, dirty 20.
Okay. She begins looking at your wounds and trying to, looking at the stump and is horrified. Looking at the burnt, charred skin where you had thrown up your hands in fear.
Yeah, and I'm kind of like writhing around a little bit, trying to make it sure so nobody can really get a bead on it. Like, the idea of this plan was very reliant on nobody trying to attend to me super much here, but taking me to the hospital. So yeah.
Yes. And one of the campus guards, he of course hesitates, but she says, "Get help! Get a healer here! Get someone!" And so they kind of run off to go find essentially help. the other runs up to try and apprehend the house killer potentially. As campus security, they are of course unbelievably skilled and master fighters.
Yeah. Can't. Fucking Paul Blart Mall Cop over here about to take out the house killer.
I did it! Takes all the glory.
Yeah.
So she runs up. She says, "Here, lay down. Stop moving. Don't make worse here." And she says, "I'm gonna get something to support your head." And she starts, fiddling in her bag, trying to and pulling out like a jacket that she carries with her, an extra blanket and stuff like that she had pulled from this old lady's attic.
Yeah, and I'm trying to give the sense that I just like am super out of it. Like I'm trying to like force myself to my feet and I keep stumbling and whatnot. And just like incoherent and like fucking pupils dilated, wide-eyed. And yeah.
And she keeps like lowering, like trying to keep you on the ground. She says, "Help will be here soon. Help will be here soon. It's all right. It's all right. Just wait right here."
Gotta get out of here.
Says, "Help will be here soon. They're taking care of it. They're taking care of it here." And she like takes her jacket and she like lifts up your head very gently, puts the jacket underneath, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution saving throw? All right.
Are we watching this from outside? Like from the library?
Presumably.
12.
Do we see anything fishy happening?
She's tending to his wounds.
Cool. 12. I don't like that small smile on your lips.
You ain't got no portent rolls?
I'll use a portent roll. That's a 16.
Okay, very good. Actually, is important before?
It's before I learn the effect.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, it's before you tell me the outcome of it. So I'll do a 16, which may still not be enough, but, we ballin'.
Hold on. You can replace any attack roll, save throw, ability check by you or a creature that can see within 1 foot. You must choose to do so before the roll.
Before the roll?
I think lucky is the one before you know the outcome.
Oh, okay. Well, cool. 12 then.
But I want to make sure. You feel just the slightest scratch as she lifts up your head. It's almost just like a little bee sting or a bug bite, sort of just on the side or back of your neck. And you're overwhelmed with this heat running through your veins almost immediately, running up through your head, and almost like it's reaching your eyes. And you see that she doesn't skip a beat as she keeps trying to tend to your wounds.
Okay, now I'm like actually screaming.
Now you're actually screaming, and you take 66 points of poison damage. And I would like everyone to roll initiative.
Yeah, I go out. Go out.
Okay. How many rounds has it been, Logan? Because I said I was a couple rounds away from driving in.
Whew.
You are 4 rounds away from reaching campus.
Really did not expect that.
I kind of did. But I was hoping that we'd at least get some kind of something.
I need to toilet cat, so go ahead and get your numbers locked and loaded.
I should have known that the roll 20 was going to lead us somewhere bad. Where do you want us to post these?
Just hold on to them for the time being.
Holding.
I will. Does anyone else need to toilet cat?
Yeah, I'm gonna do that too while we have this opportunity. Also, it's time to focus. Be serious.
Aight.
Okay. I'm missing Jacob Carson. Yeah, it kind of sucks that we're all super tired and low energy today because kind of a big session.
Hey Logan,
Yes.
what does the when you see a ranged weapon, like the range has two different numbers?
If it's
does that
less than the first number, it's fine. If it's in between the second or the first and second number, you roll a disadvantage, and if it's greater than the second number, it automatically misses.
Okay. Gotcha.
Actually, Logan, before we get into combat and come back to things, as a question,
Yes.
I know it is not the exact terminology of the spell, but if I were to cast haste, would I be able to half my my thing to 2 rounds rather than 4?
No.
Okay. What if I cast wind wall to push my car faster?
Maybe. Let me look at Windwall and see.
I mean, it says a strong wind rises, blah 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 blah.
Oh, dude, do like a nitrous kind of thing.
That's what I was trying to figure out exactly what to do, or like scorching ray to see if I can like burst the speed of this thing.
Like a fucking scorching ray afterburner.
Yes, that's what I'm exactly
Yeah,
saying.
that's dope. That's dope. I love that.
So Windwall, it theoretically would work, but you can't move it once it's placed, and so it would help you for the 50-foot length, and then you'd be
Okay.
out of it.
Okay, so what about like thunder wave or scorching ray as like a nos?
Again, it would be very like short-lived. It would like
All I need is 2 rounds, my dude. It's not like I'm trying to cut it down by like either 1 round or 2 rounds. If I have to use 1 spell per round to like shorten it to 2 rounds, I'm also chill with that, obviously.
pretty much, yeah.
Okay. Cool. And
Alright.
I can thunder wave each wave round. That's
So, I'm just gonna go on my list here. Varian, what'd you get?
I got, believe it or not, a 19.
Hey.
But
Uh,
I'm unconscious, so
when
fuck
you're
me.
unconscious, yeah.
Oleg,
Yeah,
what
which
did you
means
get?
my arm comes back.
21.
Interesting. Killian, what'd you get?
I also got 21.
21. Yeah, Killian definitely goes first, by the way. I have 14 decks, so.
Donovan, what'd you get?
23.
Damn.
Jack of all trades, baby.
I love rolling a nat 18 and still going last.
Spike, what'd you get?
I got a 5. Listen, this is fine because
Yeah, bro.
unless I need to deal damage and kill someone, we're good. We're good.
I mean, numerically, it really doesn't matter because turn-wise, 5, 19, you're still just 1 behind me.
Unless she
That's fair.
rolled. She rolled somewhere in between there.
Okay, so Donovan, you are going first.
So I would imagine like when we heard the explosion, I would have like rushed over to a window or something.
Mhm.
Would like the windows on this building have broken from the explosion, or would they be
No.
okay?
No, yeah, just the ones in the office.
Okay, so I'm in the window. I'm looking down. From where I am at, I can see Varian and Ithranel, correct?
You can see them, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Is there any indication that anything has gone wrong?
Make an insight check.
Dice
I mean,
roll
the arm does
fucking-
come back.
Nat 20.
For what?
At least a 25. Let me see. 26.
Nothing's wrong. Varian's putting up a really good act.
Well.
And you notice that, she's just taking care of him.
Was that inside check just for him, or is there anything to glean from what she's doing?
From what you can tell from what she's doing, everything seems to be totally normal. She is freaking out. She was yelling for help. She's trying to help stabilize Varian. But as of right now, nothing seems too out of the ordinary.
Let me look on this fucking from this one. Damn. So were we on the second floor or are we on the first floor?
You said you were on the second floor.
Okay. Well, I will. Also, if someone has Roll20 pulled up, I think I turned off to not broadcast things to other, but it might be broadcasting on somebody else's thing.
You're kind of echoey on your end.
That's probably because Roll20.
Yeah.
Sorry. I will go downstairs.
Okay.
About how much?
If that is where you're at, and assuming that is, the layout of the second floor as well, you can get about halfway to the stairs.
What's happening?
Does the window I was at, does that open? Can I open that window?
Yeah.
This is hard because it's one of those things where like you don't want to like metagame the fact like I have no reason to believe anything's wrong, but at the same time, I feel like it's feasible that if we were anywhere around, we would be like, "Oh, my friend is hurt."
If you were anywhere around, your friend is hurt. I mean, he's burnt up real bad.
Yeah. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to open that window, jump out, and pull the old Oleg.
Okay.
With my movement, instead of going downstairs, I will just jump down, and I don't know how much movement you want that to take to get from like here to here outside.
I don't think Featherfall uses necessarily any amount of your movement. Oh, that's not how you spell feather.
I don't think so either, but I just want to make sure.
Yeah, we'll say you have about 15 feet of movement left. I hear my own voice.
Yeah, I don't know where that's coming from.
Somebody watching a clip?
I said, it might be from.
My bad.
Okay. So I will jump down, and then with 15 left, I will get there, and I don't know that Varian has been hurt or anything by her, but I know that he was hurt in general. So I'll go ahead and casting a spell as a reaction count as like the whole action turn thing?
I don't
know.
believe so.
Cool. And how are we doing spell casting? Is it are we doing cantrip?
Yes,
Okay.
the book way.
Cool. Then I will, seeing that he is hurt or unconscious, I will cast a third level healing word.
Okay. You do so.
And Varian gets. That's good. 7, 8, 9, 14 health back.
Okay.
And that was everything but an action. And I won't do anything because I don't know anything's wrong. I'll just be like, what's going on? Is everybody okay?
And that reminds me, that's something I forgot to say as well. Because of the tension of the scenario, taking the time to insight check, search around, investigate things, etc., 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 will take your action to do so.
Yeah.
So yes, I forgot to say that at the beginning, but
That's fine.
that's what it'll be. So Killian, you watch Donovan leap from a window on the opposite side of the campus, and run down and start weaving some magic. And you are about 180 feet away, perched up. Actually, 180 feet up, but since you're at a diagonal, it's farther.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, I can use my bonus action too. Okay. Wait, can I do a thing as well, just to see, like, is Varian okay?
That'll take your action to do so, and it'll be at disadvantage just because you're super far away. Like, you can see the scene that's happening, but you can't make out details of it.
Can I close the distance and then do that? Like, use my bonus action to dash, fly? Is that how that works?
Yes, what's your flying speed, like 50 or something ridiculous?
Yeah, 50.
Yeah, so we can say you can get closer, and if you take your action to make a perception check, or insight or investigation, you can. Probably be an insight check to just kind of get a general idea.
Okay. What is that? 18.
18?
Plus-
Maybe like,
So 31.
Yes, 31 insight does, in fact, beat hers. You notice with your insight that she is, like, kind of crouched, kneeling over Varian. Normally what would be in sort of like a trying to protect and help. But her body language is off. It's not matching this helpful visage that she's putting on. And you take a quick glance at Varian, and he is most definitely sort of seizing up, as it were. He's now back stable, but you can see that there's something wrong with him. So that was movement, bonus action, Oleg. You're zooming your way over. Zooming my way.
Would talking
Yeah.
through the communicrystal, would that cost like a bonus action?
It's an
to do?
action to do so.
An action, okay. Okay.
So Oleg, you zoom. Are you gonna try and burn a spell slot to
I am. I'm gonna use Thunder Wave to.
woo, give you a little burst?
Yeah.
And 4. And essentially, if you do the same thing on the next round, you will arrive at sort of the edge of the scene.
Cool.
Sweet. Varian, at the start of your turn, it feels like your entire nervous system is on fire. There is something wrong, and I need you to make another Constitution saving throw.
Person, you're muted.
My bad. I'm gonna choose to take my 11 portent roll beforehand. For the roll, so that is a with a +5 with my +4 modifier and my ring of protection. So that's gonna be a 16. How's that treat me?
You're treated good. You are fighting it off. It
Yeah,
still
baby.
hurts, and it feels like your entire body is achy, but you're starting to try and get a grasp on it.
Okay.
Can you
so
say
that's-
anything?
And you can, yes, you can act freely now.
Okay. Okay. I want insight into to what degree is the jig up?
So this will take your action to do so.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Might as well.
Might
Might as well.
Might as well. Okay.
Might as well.
Go ahead and make an insight check. That's for now.
Okay. I had a D4 to these. Okay, +2. Still not great. Insight, 14.
The jig doesn't seem up at all. She seems unaware of the jig and is genuinely, like, freaked out at what is happening.
Cool. All right. Okay. Trying to preserve the illusion, and I'm gonna kind of hide the arm that has come back.
I like this fact, too, that, like, from the elbow up, it's, like, scorched and bloodied, and then the elbow down is just, like, baby soft and smooth.
Well, yeah, well, I have a
the
coat on,
Deadpool
so I
baby
imagine it was
leg.
just flapping in the wind, and now
Fair.
it's full.
Fair.
But
fair,
I like
fair.
kind of pull it back in there, and just kind of gaze is. I'm just gonna say, I need to go. I need to go. And bonus action, Misty Step, 30 feet away.
I love it. If you want to move yourself on the roll 20 to whatever area.
Cool. 30 feet, so 6 squares. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. And yeah, I'm still like, I am very injured, so it's made the acting a lot less, there's a lot less effort going into it. But I'm still, I just kind of in a swirl of greenish-ish arcanic miasma, and just appear on my feet 30 feet away, just kind of hobbling away, wide-eyed.
Mm-hmm.
And that'll be my turn.
Okay. The staff and students that are around and just heard this explosion, they're fleeing and freaking out. And also the security goes, they just have to roll very near each other. These students, run and cower away in this corner over here. Spike. There's not really a great way to represent this on the map. But the area where you and Donovan were sitting next to a window and could watch all this happen, you just watched Donovan unlatch the window and jump through it and feather fall down. The security guard runs over to you and he says, "Sir, stay right here. It's not safe. Stay inside, please. We'll get this under control." Sort of just kind of tries to corral you and hold civilians in. The students cower, faculty cowers. This security guard runs up, it meets up with these sort of like students here, and he kind of gets stuck, but eventually pushes past them. This security guard runs over this one, he runs that way. This one runs over and blocks the door to keep students from getting involved with anything. Yeah. And then that's going to bring us now to Ithranel's turn. Um, uh, she whips around, seeing Donovan standing there. She looks confused. She looks up to where Varian just teleported to. She's whipping around. And she remembers you, Donovan, from the arm. So she knows you're a friend of Varian. She says, the house killer's here. I think they just tried to kill Varian. And she turns back to Varian and says, no, don't! You're gonna... Oh, God, what is... Oh! And she just kind of, like, stands there, like, grabs her hair, doesn't know what to do.
She stayed in drama club.
And she is just going to run this way, trying to... Who knows? She's like, where are you going? Where are you going? And, like, freaking out a little bit.
Need to get away.
Oh, God. And Spike, it is your turn. You are being corralled by a measly campus security guard next to an open window.
So I'm going to go look out that open window. Do I see her?
Yeah, and she's like kind of running away, trying to figure out where Varian's going.
Cool. As she's doing her thing, I want to use one of the charges of the crystal to record her movement, make an illusory representation of it.
10-4. You make a little video of her running away. I like it.
Yep. I'm just gonna record everything she's doing. That way, we just have that for the future.
10-4. I like it. I like it. I like it. The security guard's like, "Oh, that's pretty cool. Where'd you get that?"
I'm like, shouldn't there's other students. There's other students. There's a person hurt over there. Go help them.
And that brings us back up to the top with Donovan.
All right, I'm gonna just like run and get like here, I guess. And I'm looking at Varian, and I'm like trying to get a beat on what he's trying to do right now.
Go ahead and make an insight check. And Varian, are you going to, if you see Donovan looking at you, do you want to try and use your reaction to give any kind of thing, or just let him see what he sees?
Ithranel's watching. Do I feel that would... I don't know. I think I'm genuinely kind of in panic mode right now, so I don't know that I would think to communicate with him.
Dirty 20.
Then yeah, you probably see some genuine panic in Varian's face. Pretty familiar sight. You do the runner thing, and every step you take, you let out a little fart.
Is that a runner thing?
It is, yes.
Definitely
Was that
What?
Was that an action?
Yep.
To fart? Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
Read the PHB, man.
That's not what I meant.
Constitution to hold it in.
If you fail, you get a little bit of wetness in there.
That's
Foul. Foul.
That's all I'll do, I guess.
Okay. All right, Killian, you are about halfway. Similarly, if you want to use your movement and then an action or bonus action, you could get to relatively ground level, or you can use just one of them and get to sort of a bird's eye view and be within sort of shooting and interaction range.
Okay. Did we figure out what what's her face was doing to Varian?
No.
I don't think
Exactly.
You
I'm
were
not
the-
sure even Varian would quite know. Oh, so I don't think anybody else would
Yeah.
really know.
It's just, and Killian, you, as you are seeing Varian move around, he still doesn't look great.
Right.
And in fact, Donovan, with that insight check too, you would see that Varian doesn't look great. And not just like he's hurt, because he's obviously hurt and injured. But there's something else. It's hard to figure out what it is without further inspection, but you can tell that something's wrong.
Okay. How far am I from the ground?
From the ground, if you remove speed, about 80 feet. 80 to 100 feet.
Okay. All right. Can I? Can I use my movement speed to get closer towards like Varian, Donovan, Ithernel? And then I have this thing called Eye for Detail.
Sure.
You can use your bonus action to make a perception check to spot a hidden creature or object, or make an investigation check to uncover or decipher clues. Can I use that to help better determine what exactly Ithernel used or did to Varian as I'm approaching the ground?
Yes, you can. It's just since you're
Alright.
so far away from at least Ithranel, it'll be a little bit harder, but you can.
I retroactively do something. I've realized I have bonus actions.
Sure.
Can I inspire someone?
Sure. Basically, you would inspire Varian or Ithranel.
Ithranel. Do Ithranel.
Because Killian...
Just to play devil's advocate.
Is it 60 feet? Is that the range?
Because Killian's farther away than that.
I think I was 80 feet away.
I'll inspire Varian then.
10-4.
Cool.
Where Ithranel?
So yes, Killian, you can. It'll just be harder because you're farther away from Ithranel. However, if you want, it'll kind of. I'll give you the choice. You can either look at Varian, and make an investigation check to maybe figure out what has afflicted him, or you can make a check against Ithranel with it's slightly harder, but figure out what she did specifically, like how she did it, or what she did.
Ithranel.
Okay. Go ahead and make me a perception or investigation check.
Okay. Perception or investigation. Probably. Yeah. Perception.
Okay.
29.
You said perception?
Yeah.
So the difference, here's why this detail will matter. The difference between perception and investigation is if you did investigation, I could sort of connect the dots for you, or trying to make, give you options of possible deductions. Perception is just sort of what you see. And you definitely see her doing something a little strange. As she is running across the courtyard and trying to chase after Varian, she's taking sort of the hem of, like, the jacket she's wearing and using the cloth and wiping at her, what essentially, like, sort of now bloodied hands from, handling Varian. But odd thing is she's specifically rubbing her pinky.
Does she have like longer fingernails?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So that's bonus action, movement, action. Do you want to do anything, Alan?
You can send a message with the crystal if you wanted
That's
to.
what I was gonna do, yeah.
Okay.
Just I don't know. Ithranel pinkied Varian.
I just imagine where we all just like stop.
They're like,
like-
wait, hold on, what?
What?
Yeah.
Like even Varian just like what?
Yeah, and then like Gav comes through and it's just like nice.
What?
Nice. I also did that in college.
I thought we were on a mission.
He did something to Varian. I think it's on her fingertips, her pinky tips.
Awesome. Oleg, you burn a spell slot, correct?
Yeah, another thunder wave.
Another thunder wave. Effectively, I imagine your sky coach would be sort of in the direction of like the entrance to the university. So, I just moved you to sort of the south side of the map. However, Travis, basically, I'll let you put yourself sort of anywhere, sort of just south of this line. You just kind of arrive at the edge of campus and see what's going on.
I'm fine with where it's at. I mean, I
Okay.
want it to be somewhat, like I was just coming by highway or, I don't know, skyway. I don't know what's existent in this universe. Like, do people? Is this more of a like?
The sky.
Is this more of a New York from Doctor Who, where there's like little areas, or is this more of a free for all, like Hong Kong? Just get out of my way.
No, there's some. It's a little bit of both, depending on what part of the city you're in. But for the most part, there's sort of guided areas of lighting used to sort of show like here's where the road is effectively. But you can always take
traffic cones, basically.
Basically, but you can always take shortcuts and whatever it is.
Yeah, is there Dragon Mark parking?
You have a special parking pass. So you arrive at the edge of the scene, and yes, you kind of see people fleeing, guards trying to get into the middle of things. You kind of see vaguely Ithranel running around, and now Varian, I need you to make another Constitution saving throw.
Cool.
Bardic inspiration, boy.
Okay, I don't think I need it. That's a 17.
Oh my god, Carson.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know what you expected from him when he just mainlined whiskey right away at the beginning of the session.
There was like half a shot in there. It's fine.
Yeah, the rest was Listerine.
Yeah.
No, it was water.
Ugh.
No, it was Listerine.
So Varian.
The brown Listerine too.
Caramel flavored.
Varian, the interesting little scene before you finish off your turn. You can feel your body fighting off whatever is happening to it. And as you are teleporting away and like looking around, you sort of look at your hands and you can see that the veins are like raised up to the very surface of the skin, almost like they're about to just whoosh, like snap out of your own flesh. But your own Delkir enhancements are helping to fight it and push it back. And there's probably this very, across the marquee thought of like, maybe Delkir isn't so bad. Then you hear
The
Oleg's
mind
voice.
flare appears in your mind and goes,
See?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're welcome.
join the Overmind.
Yeah, you hear
Got a lot to reconsider.
you hear the Mind Flayer's voice. This immune system brought to you by the Delkir.
Integrated advertising.
Yeah.
This saving throw.
Yeah, she wouldn't have done this if Delkir were in control.
Exactly. Well, I don't know about that. So
He's out of line, but he's right.
he's right. So Varian, your turn brought to you by HelloFresh.
Okay, trying to retain some of my, analytical approach and maintain this plan, but also fighting against this deadly poison and how the plan has gone fucked up. I'm gonna stumble in a zigzag pattern another 30 feet away. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And as I do so, with my back turned to Ithranel, I'm going to cast Detect Poison and Disease.
Oh man,
Question.
you're about to Allie Beardsley me.
Yes!
Wait a minute. Question: how does that work? Like, if you dispel, like, if you do that, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
You'll know what kind of poison, right?
Yeah.
But then, like, how do you have
Oh,
any
I
evidence?
can't cure it by any means.
No. I'm asking if I cure it.
Yeah.
That's why I'm trying to catch up to you.
Will there be no evidence after that? No, because
Who knows?
it doesn't mean that it goes out of your bloodstream, right? Like, I don't know how that works. Does it just nullify the effects? It'll still be there though, right?
She
We'll
might
find out.
still have some. She's trying to, yeah, but yeah, I am absolutely gonna Ally Beardsley you. I've been doing the fucking Beyblade and fucking Ripcord dice roll. Love Ally Beardsley. Let's do it.
So for the duration, the presence and location of poisonous creature or disease within 30 feet of you identify the poisonous creature and disease in each case. She is outside of 30 feet, but you assume that it is the same poison that might be coursing through you. So at the very least, you look at your hands and you can almost see the chemical components inscribed on your own veins.
Can I figure out what this poison is?
Absolutely. We'll just make that part of the casting of the spell.
Yeah. And for anybody who's wondering how I got access to that, because
Wizards.
yeah, it is not a wizard spell. I got access to it because of the mark of detection. Thank you.
You might get that promotion to a better internship one day.
Hey.
You
You're
are
always the intern, never the hiree.
absolutely. You are definitely poisoned,
That makes sense.
and it is a unbelievably potent poison that is also very rare.
The potent pinky.
The potent poison pinky.
I'm a little flattered that she used this.
Actually, go ahead and make me either an Arcana or History check real fast as part of this check.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do Arcana. Plus 18.
You have inspiration, just in case you want to make it really fucking high.
Yeah, what is the inspiration die?
D8.
Okay, 18 plus, let's roll a D8. 8. So 26.
Your good old favorite alchemy professor Klein Cloveholler talked about this in his exotic concoctions lesson. This is a very strange, very powerful, and very rare type of poison called Nectar of the Mournland. So the Mournland is the site of a sort of magical nuclear apocalypse that completely wasted an entire kingdom. Some people have found certain dirts and dust and whatever other ingredients out in the Mournland to make a poison out of it called Nectar of the Mournland. And it's one of those very dangerous poisons that, just a teaspoon of it is enough to destroy a person's system. Because not only does it hit hard, it also shocks your system, which is what you're feeling. It essentially threatens to turn your entire nervous system and every bit of your veins and even your heart and just lock it up. Turns it to stone almost.
Ooh.
And so it is not just a powerful punch head on, it also lingers and spreads through your system like electricity and just hardens it all up and rots it almost immediately. And from what you can tell, you are fighting it, but you might still have a little while to go before your body completely is able to exterminate it.
Is using the crystal an action or bonus action?
Action.
Okay. Well, I've already cast the spell. I've used my movement. That will end my turn.
And 4.
And I will be right back.
Did we say this is something that paralyzes someone, or it?
You don't know.
Okay.
Oh wait until Carson gets back to do that guy. Those cards are gonna keep doing the thing. Yeah, so the faculty and students continue to flee. These guys run underneath Oleg's sky coach. They cower out of the way as it flies over, thinking you're some part of the attack. Assuming you're some kind of terrorist or something, because that just happened a couple days prior. And they run out of campus. This guard, however, turns around hearing the sky coach approach, and this campus security guard with his little zappy baton and shield wave them overhead to you, Oleg, and say, "Stop! Stop! Turn around! Get out of here!" Trying to not get you to enter into campus. These guards are going to stay blocking the vault.
Can I free action wave at him?
Yeah.
Like, just...
You hold up your House Kundrak parking pass, like, I'm allowed. You point at a bumper sticker that says, my child is an honor student at Moorgrave University.
My other right is a Delcure abomination.
And the guard that's over here, I don't think Carson will have any adverse opinion to it, but he will run up and sort of get... Oh, he's back already. Varian, the campus security guard, runs up, like, puts his hands on your shoulders and is just like, are you okay? Are you okay? Do you need assistance? What?
I just, like, cough out a lot of blood and just go...
Yes, and if you will allow, he used a bit of his movement to get up to you, but he will essentially try to lead you away over to the door closest to the two of you. Like, get you inside.
This is be a little paranoid, but can I make an insight check? Do I believe this guy has my interests at heart? Do I know this guy?
On a cursory, like, quick inspection, you're a smart kid, you're very clear-headed most of the time. You've probably seen him before, because, like, at App, you probably saw, like, campus people, professors, lunch ladies, whoever else, and you're like, yeah, I recognize you. You probably recognize him to a cursory degree.
This is, in fact, Cookout Guy.
Oh, no, what was the lady's name at Trivet? I'm friends with her on Facebook.
Oh.
What was her name?
Like, I don't know.
Damn it.
She was nice.
Lady.
She was super nice. She always posted a lot of conservative stuff, though.
Yeah.
So she's not that nice.
It's not that. No, she was super sweet, though. She loved the music building kids. So Varian, you at the very least recognize him, and unless he's been in cahoots for years now, he's probably okay.
Okay, I let him lead me away, but in my head, I'm just like, Bonnie, don't you fuck me.
Yeah, and here's what I'll say. If you want to use your reaction to make an insight check, you can. If you really want to double check.
Okay, cotton candy dice. Ooh, insight?
Yes.
I add a D4 to that, which I've rolled a 3 on. So on the die plus that's a 21, plus my insight, which is an 8, so 29.
He has your best interests in heart. He
Cool.
is trying to lead you to safety, to the closest area.
Barney to lead me
And he
away.
most
Barney.
definitely peed his pants a little bit.
Yes, this campus security guard, Barney Fief, is going to lead you about 10 feet this way, and he's yelling at the door saying, Andy, open up!
Amazing.
That's
No
awesome.
one's gonna get hurt while I'm the sheriff around here.
He turns his gun around and just shoots in the air accidentally.
Yeah.
I'm gonna switch you two, so go up to the door first.
Gosh, I didn't sign up for this.
Awesome. And then I think that's the last of the security. This person, he's going to kind of block up the door a little bit. One of these
Barney's wife is just human goofy. I'm realizing that right now.
Oh, Sora! There's been a bombing on campus.
Sora, don't come to class tomorrow.
The house killer is afoot.
All I can think about is the number of streams I've watched Xavier play Kingdom Hearts, and then him
Yeah,
just
imagine-
looking at the camera, just being like, when talking about Donald and Goofy.
Yup.
Oh God.
Awesome. That's all the security and staff for the most part. Most of them are doing, what they learned in elementary school, and they're ducking under tables and turning off the lights and shutting the door and getting their fire extinguishers ready to throw them.
Are school shooters a big problem in Sharn?
I'm not gonna answer that.
Escape is fantasy, everyone.
You this is sort of reactionary almost. But Killian, you get a ping in your mind from your communicrystal. And that's something you can check fairly freely. It's just actively responding requires some effort.
It's like a Google Glass.
Yeah. So you get a message, a call from the King's Citadel, the various Dark Lanterns and Knights who were told to head this way. They essentially say, we heard an explosion, we see a fire, we'll be there in about 30 seconds.
Damn. Okay.
5 rounds.
Because they were already kind of on their way, but then they see that, so they're like, heading that way.
That's like,
Throwing on
what,
the
5
sirens.
turns?
A what?
Yeah.
5 turns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not bad response time. Then it is Ithranel's turn.
Can I forward that message?
You cannot forward that message. Ithranel is horrified.
Yeah, I bet she is.
I don't like how sexy you said that.
You don't.
Oleg, what is your passive perception?
My passive perception,
Yes.
Just Oleg?
Just Oleg.
just a 10.
Wait.
Oleg, not very wise.
Ithranel runs over to this campus security guard. And you can hear her yelling, "My friend needs help, my friend needs help." And Oleg, you blink, you glance down, and Ithranel is gone.
She's invisible?
She's gone. And now, Spike, it is your turn. The security guard is talking about, like, well, actually, he's probably making sure that everyone's secured now, but he goes over and closes the window and locks it to make sure that, like, no one can get in or out because, safety of the students and all of that. But he eventually leaves you unattended as he goes and, works with these students.
Does Ithranel still show up on my crystal?
What do you mean?
Well, I'm recording her, right?
Yes.
So is she not appearing on the crystal?
Correct.
So
Yeah,
she's not there at all.
She's not there at all. And if you were very actively, like, holding, recording, watching, kind of like leaning over to the window and watching, you pretty much watched her run over to the security guard saying, like, help, 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 and then literally just blinked out of existence almost.
Did he see any spells or anything? Is that something he could tell from, like, what was happening?
Would you like to check and see using your reaction prior to? It doesn't matter because it would have happened before your turn. Would you like to, Xavier?
Yeah.
Go ahead and make me an Arcana check. But because of how far away you are, go ahead and do it at disadvantage because you can't hear her and you can't make out tinier details.
Before I know the result, would I have been able to do that as a reaction, or was that what my passive perception was for?
Yes, that was mostly seeing if you, like, would even see her do it.
Okay.
And would I not have been able to see any of that if I was like standing right next to her?
You're not right next to her. She ran out of your line of sight.
This is a tree.
Never mind. Well,
It's a 14.
Unfortunately, too far away, and she looked like she was just screaming and yelling, and then just gone.
Okay. Then I'm gonna have to do this then. Alright, first spell slot gone. I'm gonna cast Far Step as I teleport 60 feet into the bushes.
Okay.
I want to be there. I want to be in this from my range to where she was. It basically puts me into where she was at. Do I see any? Well, I guess I won't be able to see anything because I just used my reaction. But I just want to be. I want to be like right here. Let me see if I can ping it again. Right here. I don't want to reveal myself because I don't want her to know that all of us are here just yet. I don't want to reveal that hand. But I just want to be closer to where she last was.
Gotcha.
Is there any blue wisp residue, like when Nightcrawler teleports in X-Men 2?
So Xavier, your bonus action, far step into the bushes. And if you want to hide, you'll need to use your action to do so.
All right.
Drop you there. So go ahead and make a
She's
stealth check
like-
for me.
She's right next to you.
What if she is, dude? That'd be so
Like, in
funny.
the bush.
We're both in the bushes. It's a 17.
Okay, gotcha. The security guard that's standing there definitely does not see you. Oleg definitely does not see you. You just apparate in these bushes. So that was action, bonus action. I assume you don't want to move anywhere.
Mm-mm. I want to keep myself hidden.
And 4, and we'll see what happens. Back at the top of Donovan. I guess.
okay.
Oh, no, we'll keep going.
I'm gonna run over here and to follow her, and she's just like straight up gone, right?
Yep, as far as you can tell.
And would it be like an action to ask the guy in front of her, or in front of where she was, to be like, did you see where that lady went? That'd be an action?
That won't take an action. And he just quickly responds and says, no, she just ran right at me and disappeared.
Okay, I'm gonna take a step back, and then I'm just gonna do a gamble real quick. Because I don't know her capabilities exactly, but I'm gonna cast Fairy Fire in like this area, like 20-foot radius, or yeah, right?
Yep.
Yeah, 20-foot cube.
Okay. Let me.
So just like right where she's standing, because in my brain, if she disappeared, she's probably gonna go try and finish Varian off or run away. So like I'm probably gonna do it. Let me give a specific. Yeah. Yeah. Right there.
Right there.
And I'll apologize to the guy. Be like, "This is it for you." And let me check. Before I do that, let me check a feature real quick. Okay, never mind.
Okay, let's see what this guy gets. Oh, he glows up like a fucking Christmas tree because that was not good at all. Let me see. Yeah. Oh. Nope. There we go. Okay. What's your saving throw?
19.
Okay. The guard lights up like a Christmas tree. And Ithranel is not revealed.
Fuck!
You yell, fuck! Anything else?
Wait, is that dude on fire?
No,
No.
he's just glowing.
Oh, okay.
Chill out, Alan. I'm not gonna torch some random person.
I don't know.
Where'd she
Ah,
go?
damn
I
it,
don't
she got
know.
away. I better kill someone.
I love it. Okay.
I gotta
Let
take
me-
my anger out.
You see Oleg hovering over at the campus entrance, waving.
It's been a while since I've seen a Christmas tree.
Right?
I immediately I'll drop that.
Okay.
And
Yeah, if there's any
Uh,
bonus action thing, pretty much.
I'll inspire Oleg since I don't see Spike.
Thank you.
And I'll
What is your inspiration
I-
right now? It's a 1d
D8.
what?
D8.
Cool.
Okay, inspire Oleg. Killian, is there anything you would like to do? You watched her kind of run away and disappear. Donovan in chase. Varian being escorted inside by campus security. I'm gonna
so
go toilet
Varian's-
cat super fast if you
Okay.
need a second or anything.
Okay. So Varian, you're being tended to. Seems like. All right.
I'm trying not to be meta-y about this, but I'm just like, God, I'm just like, oh, there's so much I
I
want
don't
to say
want her
and
to-
do. There's so
don't
much I
want her
want to
to
say and
get
do. Yeah. I'm like, there's a lot I'm trying to do, but also not do. And I don't want things to get ruined, but it just seems like things are about to just go downhill.
Yeah. I don't know what to do.
I still have some ideas.
Well, the thing is, even if she's, and that's the thing is that's kind of meta too. Like she rolled a save, so like she's there. We just don't know where she is.
I could fly high again and just like, I don't know, scope out the area.
I'm glad you fairy fired because I was going to fairy fire, but currently I think the problem is, so Oleg is thinking about the fact that Varian needs. Well, he doesn't know. He doesn't know he's poisoned. He knows he got pinkied, but that doesn't mean anything to Oleg. So he will probably go after her. Wait a second.
Wait, do we think she's still on campus or just like, in
Well,
the
there's
courtyard?
two lines. I have two lines of thinking. Either she's trying to get away now that she's poisoned Varian and probably thinks Varian is dying, or she's going to finish off Varian because Varian is not dying as fast as she wanted him to.
Right.
All right, so Alan, what you gonna do?
So can I still see Varian?
Yes.
Okay. I'll fly over to Varian.
Okay. Do you want to get down to like ground level?
Yeah.
That's fine. And we'll say you can get there using just your movement, your decline.
Yeah, I'm doing the Falcon type landing, you know?
Fucking punch!
Like from, Marvel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so
Um,
Varian, as your veins are boiling and your nerves feel like they're being singed, you just see this shadow kind of cover your vision, and probably just this moment of like, oh fuck. And you look up and see Killian gliding down to you.
Wait, does he? I missed it. Does he look like Killian or does he look like a gargoyle?
Oh, you still look like a gargoyle, I
Oh, yeah, I'm
think.
still
You see a gargoyle?
Yeah, and I think to myself, just like, is this how it ends?
Yes. Honestly.
Gargoyles too.
Just drop kicked to death by a gargoyle. Amazing.
And all. I don't know. He's military. He's probably got some medical thing. Yeah, sure. Yeah,
What does that mean? What?
I wanna
Mhm.
wait. Okay, I've got potions of healing. Would that help, Varian?
I mean, it would help hit points, but it won't stop the poison.
The poison?
Yeah. That would be a job for antitoxin or some kind of restoration potion.
I've got 1,000 ball bearings.
Yeah, I hear that helps
Yeah.
against
Yeah,
poison.
yeah.
specifically.
Pour those down my throat.
I mean, if there's an invisible lady, presumably might come in to try to kill our friend, that might not be the worst thing in the world.
Better be pretty hilarious, to be honest.
She like slips and
Yeah,
oh my gosh.
Whoa!
yeah, Three Stooges style, just falls
Oiled
back.
again!
Wait, does
I guess-
okay?
If you wanted to, you could help get Varian inside. Along with that guard, you could just stay and...
Yeah, I'll
Hold down the
just
fort.
help get him inside and see if like I don't know if there's like a medical section of the university.
Yeah.
Maybe that can help him immediately. Yeah, maybe this is like a Duke or something. And can I use my? Huh?
Nope, keep going. That'll, to help move Varian inside, that'll take either your action or bonus action. Essentially more movement.
Okay. I was gonna say, can I also use my action to like notify everyone else that I'm like with Varian?
Oh,
And, like-
yes. So you guys all get a ping and can check, Killian letting you know that, he's with Varian. Varian, you get a text at a very inopportune time.
just
It
love it's
just
like-
raises your
Yeah.
anxiety some more.
I'm absolutely not checking
Yeah.
it.
You know that feeling of like when you're having like a really bad day and you're really just like on edge and you feel your phone vibrate and you just want to go ballistic? Yeah, anybody
Yeah.
else get that? Yeah. I feel like that's what's happening, Varian. Your skin's on fire and you feel the crystal in your pocket just go like bing, bing, and you're just like, "Ah!"
Yeah, bro, I got poisoned the other day, and then my dad tried to call me,
That's
and I
the
was
worst.
just like, not right
Not
now.
now, Dad.
Not right now.
Phone vibrate. All right, so Varian, unless you want to fight back or anything, Killian helps you get
Yeah,
indoors.
and I don't think I have any other action ability space to change from a gargoyle, so that's what I look like for now.
Yeah, this stone gargoyle
Amazing.
runs up. And yeah, Varian,
I
you
hope
get
you
a
recognize my
text that
voice.
says from Killian, I'm with Varian, and you look up at this gargoyle.
You probably think that you're just hallucinating at
Yeah,
this
you're
point.
like,
All the
Yeah.
blood
It's
loss.
poison. I don't.
Fuck.
Now let's
I
go
mean,
Like Rachel in Batman Begins, you know?
Where's
Rachel? Where are the drugs?
So Oleg, it is now your turn. You see Donovan doing his thing. You watch, or you seemingly witness Ithrano just vanish. And you are just hovering maybe 30 to 40 feet in the air on your guy coach.
And on my turn, I would have like communicated with Oleg, like,
Okay.
You see Donovan throw up his hands.
Logan,
Yes.
does he know? Does Donovan know with Fairy Fire? I can't seem to find an answer for this. Whether or not something succeeds or fails on a roll. I know, like, you can tell if something succeeds, but if something has to, I know it's a lot of spells. It says like, you know, if something fails, right? Or if you fail, your spell fails.
I think because this one's not necessarily. I think that mostly applies to charm and like enchantment magic.
Okay.
Whereas this is just kind of lighting things up, so it's not like if something's invisible and it just doesn't cling to them.
Okay,
there's not
then
really,
yeah, like, yeah, it failed because nothing's lighting up.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Okay, so Oleg's gonna do the only thing he knows to do, which is at this point he's gonna cast web, and he's gonna be like, Ethanil, oh no, and he's gonna like.
achoo!
And
Shoots web out of gun.
he's gonna try to act like it was like a mistake from his cart or something that he just like didn't know. He's gonna like fiddle with his cart and act like it was some kind of thing he hooked up with his cart recently.
I roll my eyes at this
So,
preposterous thing.
I just love Ithrano. Oh no, that never happens to me. So Travis,
Yeah.
in your little toolbar, you should be able to draw a shape, and it'll let you draw like a
yeah.
rectangle shape. Just place your 20-foot cube wherever you want to place your 20-foot cube of web.
Okay. Yeah, I hear you. All right. So give me a second. I need to
All
think
right.
about
Giving a second.
1, 2, and then I'm gonna. It's all right. Does it say 20-foot radius?
No,
Let
it's a
me-
cube, so it's 20 feet side, so 4 squares all around.
Okay. Cool.
So effectively, you could sort of just web up the exit if you wanted to, or you could target where Donovan did his fairy fire or near it.
I would like to do it. Okay. So let me make sure I'm gonna draw the shape of a web. Boop a doo ba doo doo.
I love that song.
Thanks. Yeah, let's do. Sorry, this is a. I really had to make sure that I'm doing this right. All right. All right.
Cube drawing with Travis.
Yeah, so I cast that, and so I just cast it, and I'm gonna be like, oh no, and basically webs are just like shot from there across, and each creature that starts its turn, I'm trying to cover them.
Yes,
Okay,
I hear you.
just cover them in my web.
You said blasting my web all over them. Yeah, wasn't anchored between two solid masses.
Oh, two solid masses. I guess my
turn or enters that.
my solid masses are going to be like that building, that tree, and that tree. Like
That's,
how that.
yeah, that's fine. In the brush and stuff.
Yep.
Works for me. That poor guard.
And
Gets
like,
coated in glitter, and he's like, "What?" And then it disappears the moment he looks at it. And he's like, "Oh, thank God!" And then just all behind him.
Yep.
After hearing someone say, "Ithranil, oh no!" Okay. So you're gonna stay up in your sky coach and just hang out up there?
Yeah. Do I see them? Do I see anything? So since I'm covering this area, do I see anything? I don't know. Odd. Maybe
Do
something.
I see anything odd?
At a cursory glance, neither of you see anything odd. Now that will bring us to Varian. Varian, make a Constitution saving throw.
All right. Ooh, that is gonna be a 22.
The
Wizards,
burning
notoriously.
subsides.
Ooh.
You feel where your fingers and limbs were starting to stiffen up almost. You start to be able to flex them. Of course, it all still hurts and you're achy, but you're less exhausted and strained as you were, and you
She's coming to give you the other pinky.
and you and you successfully fight off the nectar of the Mournland.
The other 5 fingers are coming.
Do you have her?
Hmm?
Nothing.
Okay. And at this point, what is everyone's, do you guys still have a plan?
Yeah.
I still
Okay.
have things I want to do.
10-4. Then we will
Yeah.
continue. Staff and students take their turn. The security guard makes his saving throw. He got a 3.
Do I get to do something on my turn?
Oh, yes. Sorry. Yes.
Good. No worries. I
You
am
see
going
me.
to.
You see a
Okay.
gargoyle.
Cool. I don't know what to do with that. So cool. I'm going to feel the Dale fucking implants and enhancements, and finally allow me to neutralize to a degree this poison in my system. I go, oh, and then I'm gonna clasp my hands together, say some arcane words, just do some somatic gestures, and I'm gonna cast greater invisibility on myself.
I love
Of, and I'm going to start running. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I just
Yeah.
got here.
Yeah, but I don't know if she's invisible, but I know she's somewhere, and I don't want her to be able to find me.
That's fair. Killian,
Yeah.
you notice as Varian starts to and like get his grounding again, you look
I have
over
a
at
quick
him.
moment of relief.
Yeah, a
And a
quick moment of
smile.
relief, except when you look at him. Varian, your eyes are kind of greenish, right?
Yes.
Like hazel greenish. The veins that are sort of at the corners of his eyes that reach out to his irises are like... His eyes look bloodshot, which is not surprising at what's happened and the amount of just sheer force that he has been putting into his system. But whenever he opens his eyes wide, the veins aren't just like bloodshot and like noticeable. They're almost like raised and almost have this vaguely lavender purplish color to them as they're just like swollen almost.
Huh.
Ooh.
He's activated his Byakugan.
Oh man, that security guard is webbed up.
Shit.
Shit. Those guys are gonna keep trying to go up to the office and see what the fuck's going on. Staff and students are gonna keep running away, screaming. Isabel's going to take her turn, and now it's Spike's turn.
Can I use my reaction?
To do what?
Hold up a potion of healing for Varian.
Barry, you
Since
turn
I-
invisible and you look over, and this gargoyle is holding up a potion.
Like an NPC rewarding you after a quest.
Okay.
Here,
I'm gonna
take this. I don't need it anymore. Throws it at you. It ends up in your inventory somehow.
Do I recognize this as a potion of healing?
Yeah, yes.
Cool. So, I'm gonna say in this moment I don't have the wherewithal to realize this is Killian. Maybe I realize. Maybe I'm just like. Maybe this isn't a gargoyle. I don't fucking know. In a fraction of a second, I'm just like. I grab it and start running. Yeah.
Yeah, I imagine like this heavy stone gargoyle, but it's not making the heavy stone sounds. And then Killian speaks, and it's just
Yeah.
like, "Hey,
Ooh, take this potion. Ooh.
Hey, listen.
hey, listen." Rad. They all do their turns. Spike, it is your turn. You are successfully hidden in the bushes, but now the pathway is covered up in webs, caused by Oleg. Donovan's standing there looking frustrated, arms thrown up in the air.
All right, this is what I want to do. I want to bonus action far step again.
Okay.
It's gonna be another 60 feet.
Yep.
I want to get into the bushes over here,
Okay.
and I want to hold an action. What I want to hold is this. I want to hold Thunderclap. If that door opens, I'm gonna cast Thunderclap. Listen. If she's invisible, she still has to interact with items. So if someone's gonna sneak in, it's Thunderclap. It's just Thunderclap. It's
door?
not gonna kill them.
The one that Killian's standing next to.
Mm-hmm.
So
The
we'll
one-
see. Yep.
The guard says, "We need to get help."
Well, you can ignore the trigger if you want to. So we'll say if you see it open up with no one opening it, then
Yeah. As if I see an invisible person
Yes.
trying to open
Yes,
it, then
yes.
that way, because the thing is, it's like it's not gonna kill her, but it's gonna at least make a loud sound,
Yes.
so everyone knows where to go.
I like it. I like it.
Time to get back out there and see what my allies are doing.
As a question, Logan,
Yes.
below me,
Yes.
right? Was that closed or open when I came through?
By
or
the
when
time
I
you got
threw?
there, it was open because the students all fled and threw open the door.
Okay.
And that'll bring us back up to the top with Donovan. You see that everything is covered in web. That guy's clumsy and just. Whoa.
Did I see, like, with investigation with Keen Mind, did I see... Keen Mind is the important part here. Did I see any, like, changes in dirt or anything? Like, any prints that appeared or moved at all?
You didn't check for it, so you would
It's
have
a,
to
like,
check.
I am going to...
Because you
go
can't
over
necessarily
here.
remember things that you don't notice and didn't see.
That's fair. I'm gonna go over here,
Okay.
and we're gonna play semantics on spells.
Love it.
Choose one creature, object, or magical effect within range. This is dispel magic. It does
Sure.
not say you have to see them.
Okay.
I'm just gonna YOLO it. I'm gonna think of Ithranel and the 30 feet around me in like a sphere.
Mhm.
And if she is there, I'd like to cast Dispel Magic on whatever she's doing.
I love it. Okay, let's see here.
That's pretty sick, actually.
All right.
So, like I said, I'm playing semantics, police.
I like it. Go ahead.
Because I was reading my spells and I was like, that you can see, fuck, that you can see, fuck.
Yup.
Yeah. Varian suddenly becomes visible.
Well, I'm not thinking of him.
No, I just think it would be funny.
Mary, you're running down the hallway and you're like, ah, shit.
Damn, wrong person. What did
Okay.
you say, Logan?
Go ahead and make let me. Yeah, go ahead and make a charisma check for me.
Okay, don't fuck me. You didn't fuck me. 24. That was a nat
Awesome.
19.
You reach out. What does it look like when you do this dispel magic? Especially because you're sort of doing it in unconventional, just all around you, trying to find your.
Take a look at like the cigarette in my hand. I go, this shit's gonna kill me one day, and I just blow out smoke and like a 30-foot like sphere around me, that's just like infused with magic, and I kind of just like push that out into space.
Okay. And you are confident in it, but nothing reveals itself within that 30 feet.
Okay.
So movement did that. Bonus action, anything?
That was my action. Yeah, that's gonna be it for me.
Okay. Oleg. Or no, excuse me, I skipped Killian. Killian!
Hey.
The guards
Yeah,
are looking
okay.
at you a little horrified.
I nod and leave.
Gentlemen.
I'll say state business. And I don't know. Is this a state?
Not really.
Deep cover. I've been posing as a gargoyle for the past 6 months.
Oh man. And yeah, I'll head out.
Yep.
Side. How long until the
Spike? Oh, Xavier stepped away! No!
how long until the King Citadel folks come in?
They had said about 30 seconds. I think it's been 2 rounds since then. I truly don't remember. So we'll call it 3 more rounds,
Okay.
presumably.
Can I use my action to relay to them that Ithranel Adana maybe, I don't know, may have teleported or might be invisible, and just like, I don't know.
I want to tell them
Yeah.
that like she's wanted. If she like tried to kill somebody, that might be an important thing to tell them as well.
Oh yeah, that too. She attempted to kill Varian de Medani, and yeah, just if y'all see her kind of thing.
So the security guards are looking at this gargoyle standing in their midst, pulls out a little crystal and says, yeah, hey, so the perp is invisible and headed to the... They look at each other like, what the fuck is happening? And you leave the chamber, the hallway.
I'll leave, yeah, and yeah, to the guards I'll say, good job, and then I'll
So,
leave.
Spike, you're crouched in the bushes, you're readying this thunderclap. It's a cantrip, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're readying it, conjuring it up at the end of Romulus, probably. And the door opens, and a stone gargoyle emerges from the other side.
I'm just like,
I hesitate for a second, and I'm like, no, that's just too ridiculous. She wouldn't do that. I'm like, no, that ain't her.
I'll make a note of that. They don't believe in the ridiculous stuff. I love it. I love it so much.
Fucking the
Don't know
handler
whoever that
there appears
idiot
behind
is.
me and plunges a great sword through my chest.
You turn around, she's wearing a gritty mascot costume. Yeah, so you ignore this gargoyle.
Spike says, I don't recognize who that fool might be, but
Must be some kid. So Killian, yeah, so wherever you want to move, you can move there within your movement speed.
I guess I'll fly a little bit up too.
Okay.
Towards the center of the courtyard.
Gotcha. And you have your
Can
bonus
I
action
use-
still, so.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can I use Eye for Detail to try and spot?
It is
Inferno?
to spot hidden creatures, yeah. So, go ahead and make the perception check for me. I will say, she is invisible, which will impose disadvantage, I believe. Well, let me double check. Eye for detail. Fast. Just find hidden creature, cyber clues, and because she is visible. So yes, make the perception check at disadvantage.
Cool. 27.
You scour the area near sort of the center of the courtyard. You see Donovan down below filling up the courtyard with smoke, as it were. You scan and scan and scan and scan, and within this area of the courtyard, there's no sign of Ithranel.
Okay. I wanna spend whatever movement I have left to just go up.
Okay, works for me. And that'll now bring us to Oleg.
Did I spot Spike?
Yeah, you probably spotted Spike. You see Spike crackling a bit of thunder in his hands in the bushes.
I'll wave at him.
Spike, this gargoyle that you almost blew up, waves at you.
I'm like, tip my hat at him. I guess.
I like this idea that you're like, this is too ridiculous, and then it waves at you and you're like, well, maybe it's not.
It's like,
Maybe
I'm like, should I? Nah.
Alright, so Oleg, you have webbed up this guard, still no sign of Ithranel in the web. You are hovering over the entrance in your sky coach. Donovan has run away from the area, and
Yeah.
that's what you see.
Is there anybody? Is there anybody by the entrance at this point other than this guard?
Other than this guard, from cursory glance, no. If you want to take your action to make a better check, you can.
No, I'm good. I don't care that much about people. I'm gonna go ahead, and if I didn't see anything that was happening over there, that's fine. Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
you vibing?
You vibing, bro?
It's like you're on ecstasy dancing. So, okay. All right.
I'm really worried about what Oleg would do in this particular instance, to be honest. I don't. Okay, so she's definitely not in that area. I know that she can maybe, if I'm thinking with my brain, she can maybe do 60 feet per second.
Per second.
Per second.
I know what you
6
mean.
seconds to be specific.
Yeah, 360 feet around. That's
And I saw her
That sounds
move.
reasonable.
right.
I saw her move 15 feet from here to. Why? Pointer? Where's Pointer? I'm really bad at this sometimes.
No, you're fine.
Ooh. I saw her move from like there, right? 15-ish feet to where the guard was.
Roughly, yeah.
Okay. And then assuming she was able to move another 15 feet around him, She'd be right around there. Another 60 feet, maybe. Okay. I'm going to cast. I'm going to kind of. Okay. Sorry. I'm going to do something really dumb at this point, and I'm just going to cast Wind Wall in a zigzag motion for 60 feet, because you can do a line as long as it is continuous. And so I'm going to, from the like entrance and around it, basically.
So is
I'm
that kind
going-
of creating a bubble around it in a way?
So kind of like I'm just gonna fill up the whole like entrance,
With wind?
and then with wind and out
Okay.
with wind as well. Or maybe
Come on, Travis, what you gonna do?
I know. I'm trying to think between wind wall, because wind wall will hurt her, and I'm not sure. Fuck
Who
it.
gives a fuck? Yeah.
Who gives a fuck? Fuck it. I'm gonna do wind wall, yeah, for sure.
Okay. So web disappears. You summon the wind wall around the entrance, clogging it up with fast winds.
And then
Um,
out as well. It's
and
like as maybe like maybe I'll do like the 10 feet around it, and then as much feet out as I can.
Okay. Sounds good. I'm just gonna move your little square and just there.
Okay.
Okay. That's good now.
So does anything get hit? That's what I'm trying to.
As part of casting the spell, go ahead and just make straight up intelligence check. This is your spell
Just
casting, so
intelligence.
Just intelligence.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and use Flash of Inspiration and
Right.
give myself a 16 on that.
From what you can tell in all of the dirt and smoke that is whipped around in the wind wall, because and now that Donovan has done it, blowing the smoke out from his cigarette, it's now becoming apparent that the smoke from the fire overhead is starting to bill out and make the air a bit hazy as well. And so your wind wall immediately starts to clear that out, at least at the entrance. And from what you can tell, Oleg, nothing is caught up in your wind wall.
Okay. And I'll just shout out, "Let's get this fucking smoke out of here," and I'll just use that.
Start wind walling.
Yeah, like just getting the smoke out.
10-4.
And other than that, I will casually
Of course.
park my car directly in front of the entrance.
So you're just gonna lower it down to the ground.
Yeah. I'd be like, where's everybody? What's happening?
This guard is freaking out. He just got blasted with glitter. It disappeared. Got blasted with web.
And
It
I'll point at
disappeared.
him.
And he's
Point
just
at
like,
him. Yeah.
oh god, I don't know. And then Varian, you are greater invisibilitified. Is there anything in particular you want to do, or just keep running deeper into the university?
Oh no, I have something I want to do.
Oh no.
I have something I wanted. It's probably not gonna fuck up your day, but I unfortunately most of my spells require me to not be in a life or death situation for them to fuck up your day. So here we are.
Woo!
Okay.
Note to self: make everything life or death.
Yeah. Okay. So, by the wording of the spell, it is not a place I need to see. It is just within the range, a place I can visualize, see, or describe. So I'm going to dimension door into the library.
So you dimension door into the library. What is Varian's like favorite section? The section he would be most familiar with?
Oh, buddy. Romantic fiction? No, I'm just just really trashy shit.
The section where Treasure Island is, and you notice the first edition copy is gone.
Yeah, and I'm so freaked out I stopped concentrating on my spell. No.
Like who? What animal?
Yeah, I'll roll a check for that. Oh, that's a nat 4. I do no. Yeah, I visualize is I guess just like you know how when you're in school, I don't know, I developed like this is my favorite table to sit in on the 3rd floor when I need to go and annotate stuff. I'm gonna visualize that. I'm imagining somewhere in the divination wing or the divination section of the library, and because it's greater invisibility, I don't lose concentration on it because I cast a spell. So I'm just going to flash my hands, little green kind of portal doorway. It appears, and I leap into it and just in a flash disappear from this hallway and appear at my favorite table.
Yes.
At which point I will take my movement to sit down and just go.
Yeah, and you appear, and there are definitely students and faculty cowering around your favorite table, but they don't see you. They just see this green doorway open, and then it disappears, and they're all like, ah! What was that? What happened? Everyone all right? Are we good? Everyone good? Okay. And they just kind of go back to business.
But cool, yeah, I am 500 or so feet away.
Yes.
In the library. And yeah, that'll be my turn.
Yeah, I moved you over to the library, but we'll say you're a couple floors up, so that way you're not just on the ground floor right there. And
Cool.
Rad. Security peeps, they're gonna keep doing their thing. They're going to spike once more. You see the door open as the campus security runs out. You get raided thunder, and then you see security come out.
Just let it go.
And they look around, like, trying to see what's going on. They see this gargoyle flying overhead. They're trying to get their own groundings. Staff and students continue their cowering and fleeing. Yeah, and that brings us back to Spike's turn. Still no sign of Ithranel. That guard shouts out to you, Oleg, and just yells out, I don't know what's going on. I have no idea. And Spike, it's your turn. Unless
so
no
Killian
one else
is in the
has
sky,
any
right?
points. Yes, correct.
Killian's in the sky. I see that basically everyone's left this spot, but I don't know where Varian is, so no words or anything. I can do this. Since I'm still recording her, if I do something else with the crystal, does it stop the recording or?
Since you've been doing like especially preparing the spell, it would probably stop recording by now.
Okay. Cool.
Otherwise, it'd just be kind of doing audio from your pocket, and as of right now, not much has happened to warrant that.
Gotcha. All right. So I am just going to use the crystal to communicate. Let's see, because we can use it to. Oh yeah, we can send a brief text message to everyone. I am going to. I don't know where Varian is, but I'm going to. Actually, I'm going to ping Varian directly.
There, your crystal goes off again. Bing. Spike.
I'm just going. I just need your location, bud. Tell me where you're at.
Spike wants to know your location.
Share your location.
I got a little ping like, oh, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, the dulcet tone, the dulcet yet somber tones of a steel string guitar ring out from my crystal.
All the students and faculty that are near you are like, "Does everyone else hear that? You're hearing music?"
Yeah, and I reach into my coach to on my next turn and communicate. I have been meaning to communicate via crystal, just to put out there. I just had something I needed to use
You
my
just gotta
action
get
for.
away.
Yeah.
I love it.
does it take his action to respond to it?
Yeah, like he can read it
Gotcha.
as just, quickly checking it, but to fully respond takes the action, yeah. Okay. So Spike, do you want to move anywhere or use your bonus action to do anything?
This is just a guard, right?
Yeah, and he's on the inside of the door. He's sort of barricading it.
Do I know where Gav is?
You haven't heard.
Those bastards. I knew we shouldn't have trusted them. Okay, just to get myself back into the center of things and not too far out, I want to teleport into this bush.
I love it. Yeah, you haven't heard anything except them getting frozen yogurt in the dining hall and then setting the stuff up. That was it.
They've been eating frozen yogurt this whole time.
Yeah, it's nothing. They didn't betray us. They're just cleaning house on the frozen yogurt.
They're
machine.
trying every flavor, not just samples, like full cups of every
Because the
flavor.
machine's like right next to the fire, you know.
Yeah, they're just like, ooh, lingonberry.
Jesus Christ.
Gotta get it before it melts.
So that brings us back up to the top, effectively. So does anyone else have any plans? Do you have anything else you want to do?
No.
Otherwise, it seems as though we might be out of initiative.
Yeah, I'd use the community crystal to be like, let's. I'm pretty sure she's gone.
We still got to get Varian to the hospital. We still got that part of the plan to follow through on.
Yeah, I just thought of a good addendum, but let's make sure Varian's okay.
And at this point, you see a few sky coaches zoom in from overhead between some of the towers. And Killian, you immediately recognize King Citadel sky coaches.
The cavalry's here.
They drop down a few people to sort of do crowd control and various stuff on the ground, but a lot of the spellcasters take to the raging fire that's up in the office and begin, weaving a variety of ice and wind magic to make sure it gets out. The guards make sure all the students are safe, and it's sort of, several minutes of just kind of crowd control and getting everything situated. But you guys can easily group up and talk. And I need to toilet cat, or at least need to take a quick break. We can either discuss after we take a quick break and then end after a discussion, or we can just end here and discuss next time. Or you can...
Let's go ahead and discuss.
I figured that. So let's take like a few minute break just to refill, debrief, get some water, etc., and then we'll talk about it, right? Woo!
Yeah.
Thanks for everyone watching. Hanging
Yeah,
in here
right?
with this absolutely crazy session.
Bananas. All right, we'll be right back. Okay. So, as things die down, let me flip back over to the Roll20 and change some things here. So, obviously, the office space is eventually put out. Various security guards, security personnel, King Citadel even, are helping escort faculty and students to sort of an isolated place, not isolated, but a centralized place. That way they can kind of question and figure out, kind of piece together what's happened. Of course, you guys group up and chat. And Travis, you want to do a thing?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna try to dissonant whisper, or not dissonant whisper.
Oh God!
detect
I want
thoughts.
to kill this guy.
I'm gonna try to detect thoughts. This guy.
Surface thoughts, of course, and you could get this from any of the people, is panic. This is a fairly peaceful place. It is a simple university, and the fact that of explosion and all sorts of stuff happening is huge and vastly jarring and traumatic. And so that's what a lot of the thoughts you get is trying to just remember what happened. And, you know, piecing together, you know, there was an explosion, I saw it happen, it was just totally normal, and then fire. But nothing that stands out immediately.
Okay. So he seems. Actually, question.
Yep.
If you detect thoughts on somebody, can you tell whether or not, like, who the person, like, if the person talking is the same as the person, the voice? You can read the thoughts of certain people. If they are disguised as someone else, would their thoughts be in the same voice as the person they're disguised as?
Unless they were, like, polymorphed, or they can polymorph that. Basically, unless
also-
they're, like, fully altered self or anything.
You can also push deeper if you wanted to.
Yeah. Yeah. I already used the 2 charges of the freaking earworm. Why not?
You're gonna push deeper?
Yeah.
You got a 6.
That fails.
And you almost get visions of what he experienced, what he saw, and so you can see the explosion happen. You watch Ithranel kind of run over. You eventually are berated by a crowd of people as they push past, and you sort of watch this scene of Ithranel running toward him, and then vanish. So Oleg, if you would like to make an Arcana check for me.
That's going to be a 25.
You most definitely watch. It's not immediately apparent as a normal arcane user would be. So like tracing sigils in the air or conjuring it from within. Hers is almost just like flicking a light switch. And so as she's running forward, waving her arms, you watch her almost just wipe in the air, and then she disappears out of sight. And so you watch this guy, watch her running forward, and, you know, it's like, is everything okay? She's screaming, and then just, whoop.
Great.
Dinner.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
And, of course, as you use your earworm, you hear a response. You missed us already? That's just a little dwarven joke there for you. How's the investigation going?
It's going well. It's only been a very short period of time. I mean, it's been a day, I guess, right?
You just couldn't stay away from our magic, could you?
No, it's nice to use. I learned from my family to never refuse using people's gifts. You know, it's kind of rude. It's kind of like putting someone's gift into a locker or a closet or something. You know, like.
Always say yes, of course.
Yes. Well, thanks for the drink. Thanks for the drop in. It's really kind of creepy.
Thanks for the drop in. It's really creepy. Oh, of course. Good luck, then.
My
Yeah, can
player
you-
says they always come crawling back.
These thirsty hoes.
And I'll
Thirsty
use
for magic.
and I'll use my Communa crystal, to talk to the group, and I'll say, does anybody have like a locate person thing? Does anybody have? I don't know. She definitely went invisible. I know for a fact she went invisible. My I'm still parked in my cart, like right in the entrance, and there was a wind wall. I don't know where she could have gone. She could be in the library or something, I suppose.
Is there a chapel on campus?
No.
Damn, godless heathens.
Taking prayer out of schools.
Then I have nothing for that. Is there a divination classroom that has a crystal ball worth at least 1,000 GP?
Probably locked away in the professor's office. Or maybe there's a student one that Varian can maybe get a key to.
Is there? Do they have that in the library? Can you rent that out for an hour?
Basically, yeah.
Are we still on initiative?
No, we'll rope
Okay.
it now.
Cool. Once I get a second to catch my breath, I will pull out my crystal, and I'll just be like, still alive. She tried to poison me. Very nasty,
is
very
that
rare
what-
stuff.
Is that what Pinky meant?
I truly don't know what you're talking about.
Yes. You didn't hear Killian say something about Pinky?
No, I was too busy being poisoned.
By
It
her
seems-
pinky.
Kid, I know that you just got poisoned and everything, but you don't have to be so snippy about it. I was asking a question.
I know you almost died. Chill out.
I-
Calm out.
And Oleg will pipe up and be, are you okay? Is everything okay? Are you fine? Do you need less restoration? Do you need anything? Are you good?
I'm very injured, but I'm still alive. I don't know. I went black, then I came back and had enough time to teleport away. I might have died otherwise.
Oh, that's good. You did not. I am. That would be. Please.
Somebody
don't do
must
that.
have healed me.
Yeah, that was me.
Thank you. Thank you.
Uh,
I might not
yeah.
be talking to you right now otherwise, but
Don't worry about it.
I think she might know what's up. I lost
I mean,
concentration on
Did
the
anybody?
no. Once I went down, my arm came back. And when you all popped out, I think she might have put everything together. Fuck.
Did we? Did anybody see her do anything? Anybody record anything with the crystals?
I recorded her movement, so. And while they're talking, can I play back the crystal? I want to watch it.
Yes.
I
See
want to
if they
meet up
find
with
anything.
Spike. I want to meet up with Spike when he says that because two heads are better than one, and I feel
And
like we
I'm-
might be able to get something good from that.
And I would like to go to Varian to see if there's a way to get out poison or like a blood sample or something to like make sure that we have some kind of evidence of poison.
Sure.
And once my greater invisibility only lasts a minute, so once I feel it coming up, I'm gonna cast regular invisibility on myself, and I'm just gonna start moving throughout the library, just weaving between bookcases and whatnot, as I'm messaging, just as to make sure nobody can get a lock on where I am. But if I think it's safe, I will via text let Oleg roughly know where I am.
10-4. So looking at the recording of her movements, you didn't necessarily record the scene of her helping Varian, mostly her getting up and following after him. But with everyone putting their heads together, you all pick up on, especially with Killian pointing it out, she's cleaning off the blood off her hands, but specifically wiping off her pinky. And then you also notice specifically sort of digging under her fingernail, cleaning her hands very well. But whoever's watching this playback in this moment, if you would make really your choice of a perception, insight, or investigation check.
Would I be able to get over to Spike while he's playing this?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do perception.
I'm gonna do investigation.
Oh my god, that's a nat 20, so 27.
I not quite that high, but I got 26.
Awesome. So the two of you working together, she definitely poisoned Varian via her pinky nail. Slight poison dabbed onto it, did a little cut on him somewhere, and applied it that way. As she was running away, she, similar to Gav and Sim, is very good at playing pretend, acting. So you can kind of, to anyone else, she would look the part of a fleeing pedestrian trying to get help. But you can tell that she doesn't necessarily go after Varian when she runs away, and that's what kind of gets you, is that she was worried about Varian and trying to chase him down, but very quickly went a different way than he did, and made a run toward the gate of the university.
As soon as we see this and we figure out the pinky thing, I'll text or communicate with Oleg and Varian. Hey, Oleg, when you get to Varian, use the crystal to take a picture of wherever she got him with her pinky. That's evidence. If he's got a wound there, we take a picture of that, we match it to her pinky, she's done.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. We need to find her as quickly as possible.
I mean, we still need evidence. We know she did it, but the world at large doesn't know she did it. That's evidence.
I'm just sad I didn't kill her.
Oleg, eventually when you get to the library, moving among the bookshelves, and it's all empty now because all the students and faculty have been moved out, eventually you do find the corner of the library where Varian has cornered himself off in.
Is there a mark there?
I assume, Varian, you drop your invisibility and make yourself known.
Once I can reasonably, ensure that this is Oleg, I will reveal myself.
Aha, motherfucker! No, I will.
Travis, do it.
I'll take a picture of the
So
spot.
the first thing is when Varian drops his invisibility, he of course looks tired, sickly, and injured. But his eyes,
Pretty much normal. Yeah,
pretty much normal. The veins of his eyes are almost protruding in this deep purple color, and normally he has fairly green eyes, but these are like bright neon slime green, like they are almost like they're glowing, like there's just something else. There's something different. It looks very Delkir.
Okay, and I'll say, well, I don't know about this whole look you're trying to go for right now. I tried the Delkir thing, and it's not the smartest decision. Oh, also,
it's time for your type 5.
well, it happens.
Is the mark there?
So you get Varian you can pretty much pinpoint exactly where you initially felt the twinge of pain, and you look, and there's the smallest paper cut like incision just sort of at the back of Varian's neck, where when you start kind of looking and feeling around Varian, you realize, like, when she picked up your head to like readjust it and set it on the thing, right where her pinky was, she essentially just went down, and then that did it. That was enough.
Okay, I'm gonna take a picture of that, and then I'm gonna see if there's a way for me to pick at it in some way with some of my tools to get some of the poison.
You
and
can
blood.
take a blood and tissue sample, absolutely. Get a little biopsy going on here.
I really did not see that coming.
With the blood and tissue sample, it was pretty
No,
smart.
the
I don't-
poison. No, the poison.
Oh,
Fuck. If I were her, I would have killed me at the hospital, but
well,
it is why I'm not a criminal mastermind.
yeah, I kind of figured she would try to kill you. Are you okay? And I'll go ahead and cast Cure Wounds at second level, and you will get 14 health points.
You would have killed me. You would have killed me down there
Uh,
if you were her.
yes, but
Fuck, I should have listened to you.
and then I'll go ahead and.
Fuck.
Is there any?
Fuck.
Well, it's fun. It's fine. We had this big plan. It kind of went into chaos. It's fine. I kind of was hoping to be a little bit closer. I got a little bit caught up in some things. Apparently you can't just park your sky coach on top of the university.
Usually frowned upon.
Yeah, usually. Do I think that lesser restoration would help him in any way at this point?
It doesn't seem, from what you can tell, and Varian, you could probably feel this as well, the poison is no longer active in your system, and your system has thoroughly fought it out and has gotten rid of it. So you don't think he's under any kind of current distress, so you imagine it won't change much.
Okay. Then I'll say, look, is there any way for us to find this person? We need to find her like 15 minutes ago.
I've got enough magic. If we can find the right components, I can scry on her
Today?
today.
Okay.
would
We still need to get Gav to the hospital
are we all
in
together
the
this morning?
ambulance.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't think we can just get rid of the whole Gav ambulance thing.
Yeah, I feel
Yeah,
like the
thanks
jig
for
might
doing
be
that.
up.
Is the J? Yeah.
But Killian,
Well,
I have a question.
Okay, go ahead.
And we can include the King Citadel in this. Is this picture and knowing she did it with a fingernail and the wound, is that enough evidence to at least like bring her in, or at least like question her? We've literally got a recording of her wiping off her fingernail and eyewitness account of someone being assaulted. Even how you're important, like that's at least enough to like make some kind of temporary arrest, right?
And at the very least, she was here. She was a witness. She was with Varian effectively when it happened. And
And she
now
ran
she's
away.
gone. And so that, yeah, person of interest.
Okay, I assume this is happening via
yeah.
Crystal.
Or, yeah, or whatever you want to do.
I figure we'd met up at this point.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Let's think this through. The jig may be up, but she doesn't know about the switching part of the plan. Killian, can you put out a general APB on a witness, not an arrest warrant, and a person of interest? Is King Citadel just wants to talk to her in connection, and to put together a bigger picture of what occurred here tonight. Can you do that?
Did I already tell the King Citadel people about Ithranel?
That's
I
up to
think you
you.
told your partner.
Huh?
I think you told Usid.
Or your boss?
I think
Um,
Killian, you told your partner.
Okay, yeah, I'll... Do I have the power to do that? I don't know what the hierarchy is. Sure, yeah, fuck it. APB that ass.
Yeah. It did occur to me, it's just like, how closely does Sharn's legal system match the real world? Could I just be like, hey, I'm a noble, bring this lady in?
She's also kind of important.
Oh yeah, but yeah.
But not as important as the
Yeah,
Not
Varian.
as important. So yes, you could do that. It'll of course take some time to do that and try to find her and stuff. So
Yeah.
But let's okay, if you can do that. Let's do that. Let's carry on with the hospital plan. Stake out the room. She's either gonna flee, or she's gonna come try to finish the job.
Can you guys make sure Varian's okay? I think the media might be helpful in this endeavor.
Yes, Donovan. Can you put out a story as soon as possible that I have been involved in an accident and am staying at the insert name of the
Hey.
healing house?
That was the thing. Is like, what if could we get what if instead of like a public healing house, we went somewhere smaller that would be easier to monitor, a little off the beaten path?
Spike's connection is at the.
Oh yeah, I forgot Spike's connection.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Killian could maybe borrow a couple of the Dark Lanterns, King Citadel members, and maybe like set up, by the hospital kind of thing before the rest of y'all get there.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and get to writing a story about what happened today.
So, moving on to sort of the next phase of things, I'm going to leave this decision in your hands. Would
Okay.
you rather essentially play out the next few days, the switching out Gav Sim variant, that kind of plan, Donovan writing out the stuff, and essentially play out the gathering of information and exacting of plans, or do it sort of downtime style and essentially say, like, Donovan's going to spend the week writing his thing, Spike's going to be doing this, Ellio's going to do this, Barry's going to do this, and I'll let you level up.
Let's just do it.
Well, first, did we say anything about the scry? Did I miss that? I thought we were going to go ahead and try to scry.
We're gonna do that. Yeah, we're gonna do that before the end of this session. I
Yeah,
assume.
so like as long as
then-
that happens.
Well, the problem is again the hospital thing. If you're planning on doing that, Varian can't necessarily take the time go to a church, ask if they can do it because it's already like 8, 9
I'll
o'clock.
do it. I'll do it.
Okay. Personally, I don't think that. I mean, I guess we can still do that to play. Yeah, sure. We'll have.
I'll do
you
it on my
scry.
way home.
Well, we could. I
Or
was
on my
wanting to
way
do
to the
that
office.
quickly, not just like.
Oh, then let's just do it then.
Okay. So you swing by a Church of the Silver Flame, ask if you can use their font of holy water, and you're going to try and scry on Ithranel.
Who's doing this? Is it me or?
I think it was
I
Donovan.
can do it, or
Okay.
you can do it. Up to you.
I assumed if Varian was going to be doing any of the hospital stuff, he will not be able to take the
Yeah,
hour
you-
to
yeah,
go do
that
this.
was-
Yeah, go
that would
ahead
be-
and I'll do it. Yeah.
Okay.
And- How are we gonna calculate the modifier to the roll?
So I will use the recording that Spike has to give me a likeness. It'll function like a picture.
This will get a minus
So
2
it'll be a -2.
and 4. Okay, it's moved up. All right, let's see what happened. Oh wait,
Rip the
advertisements.
Beyblade.
Rip that Beyblade. I'm going to use one of the many points of inspiration that our lovely viewers have given me. Thank you.
Fuck you, viewers.
Yeah, fuck you, viewers. You're the worst.
It's still not enough. Not enough to get to a 19. So,
Antipathy. All right.
so, you spot, you zoom in on, Ithranel, but it's not Ithranel. You hear her, you know it's her, you can feel it's her. It's like in a dream when someone looks different, but you know it's them. You know it's her, but she looks different.
What does she look like?
She looks like a woman with sort of darker, kind of almond tanned skin, darker hair, and wearing somewhat familiar looking black robes and garments, black leathers, slinking in through the shadows of different alleys and storefronts. You see that there's a variety of things going on around her. It's nighttime, so it's a bit darker. The lights are a bit dimmer, so it's a little bit lower in the city. Very bright storefronts, kind of grimy looking. And she's just slinking down across, through people, down alleyways.
Is it possible to find where she is from that?
That's up to Donovan to make a history or investigation check.
I'm rolling fire today. Investigation?
Yep.
With a nat 19, a 31.
Nice. She is somewhere in, at the very least, the lower city. It takes a while to figure out maybe exactly where, and you start tracking, and you notice very specific storefronts, bars, and restaurants that you've seen before. You start to think, wait, why do I... And then you realize, those are all Boromar clan storefronts, bars, and restaurants. So she is somewhere in the lower city in a Boromar district, and you start piecing together, and there's a few districts like that, but specifically the most notable one is the district of Calistan, which is where Cornelius and Spike tend to be around more often.
Oh my god.
So we knew that the person that was like up for re-election was like a Boromar person, right? When we talked
Correct.
about that, like for...
Yep.
I was thinking, I think that I had this backwards. I was thinking that Ithranel was using the Boromar clan, but I think it's the opposite. I think the Boromar clan is using Ithranel, or they created Ithranel to like
Maybe.
gain power, which explains why she just appeared out of nowhere. They just created this persona as a power grab.
Well, either way, I think we should go there and kill her. We have evidence. I think that having her escape would be a fault of ours.
I
You don't-
don't. We don't have enough evidence to just go out on a spree right now. It's not
from
time.
that-
Looking from that description, and Donovan, I'm assuming you share that with us.
Yes, absolutely.
Does she look similar to Virtue?
No.
Okay.
Well,
Does she look similar?
similar to Virtue in the dark leathers, armor, and clothing. Similar to also Wendelin and Stripe and other, like, people in that realm.
Ooh, does that form that she's using look familiar to me, like to me at all?
Make a history check.
I rolled another 19. Holy shit.
It does not.
No, I haven't added anything to that yet.
It's still
uh,
the form like
25?
face. The face is not familiar, but the clothing and armor definitely would be.
So I will share that. She's wearing the same kind of getup that Wendelin used to wear.
I told you that bitch fucking betrayed us.
I don't know if that's a coincidence or not. Listen, we don't have all the variables yet. We can't go off half cocked and go after somebody because she'd probably just get away again.
Will she?
Yes. We're not schmucks when it comes to magic and things, and she got away pretty easily.
Well, we were kind of spread out. I don't know, like, I was kind of far away. I had to use a lot of spells just to get there.
I have a
And
question.
Mm-hmm.
Keep going. Keep going.
No, you go. That's the question.
Have we asked Rick and Greycastle about the Wendellyn's secret group? To see if he knows anything about it? I mean, he's been an investigator in Sharn for some time. Maybe he ran into some underground societies before.
It hasn't come up, but you're more than welcome to ask him.
I mean, let's see, he is our quote unquote leader, so wouldn't be bad to. He's our master splinter in all of this. So we probably should ask him.
We might.
You go to him and he has bandanas made for all of you to put on.
Hey, I'm a rat.
I don't want to accuse Wendellyn of anything.
Beware
But
the
that's-
shredder.
That feels. It feels weird that
Does it?
And I look at Spike because I know that Spike. I guess I know out of game that Spike doesn't want Wendellyn to be bad. I'm not accusing her of anything. I just want to figure out why Iternel's adopting that kind of clothing. Maybe she just knows that the Order of the Alley people, they get by without being noticed, and why she is wearing stuff like that. I don't know, but we definitely don't need to go after her right now. Varian's half dead. We're all tapped out.
And
What's
I
up,
say
Joe?
just to break the tension, and black is real slimming. You know, it looks real nice on people. Just to try to like calm it down.
I imagine
I'm
at this
like,
point, Killian switched back to his like normal, like kind of black armor stuff. I'm like,
Yeah.
And I'm
So,
like,
go ahead.
Looking a little less fluffed up, you know.
do we want to ask Rick and Greycastle questions, or can we do that as like part of the downtime?
I
See if
figured
he
we
knows
did
it.
it.
part
as
of
part of the
downtime. And that's what I was gonna say. If you guys want to, and here's how sort of different it'll go: is if you want to play through it all, you can, but of course it'll just take a little bit longer. And also, I think as a whole, you guys had a busy week in game and might need some time to just or
Say
passively
we're gonna do
things.
Yeah.
And especially for as far as a plan goes, if you're trying to do the variant in a hospital scenario, then that'll of course take time to make sure that the ruse is there.
Mm-hmm.
And plus also it'll save you a bit of time, and also you can rely on the King's Citadel and the Dark Lanterns to help as well. So sort of just a week of downtime to just scour and get as much as you can. Or you can play through it all, and we can absolutely do that too.
I
personally would be okay with not playing through with it.
Yeah, I agree.
we can
Okay.
we can do kind of downtime. Maybe touch on anything in particular that
Yeah.
needs to be touched on in more
Yeah.
detail.
And we can I can send out specific stuff for what that will entail. But for now, I will go ahead and say that you can go ahead and start thinking about the next level of things. Because I will go and foreshadow Ithranel will not make a comeback immediately. So you will have plenty of downtime to recuperate and rehearse some new abilities. So go ahead and hit up level 10. I believe you're level 9, so level 10. And
5
You-
on the die.
we'll talk about some downtime stuff. Shoo-wee! Yes, congratulations on the first true encounter with Big Bad. Woo!
Yeehaw.
Me too.
Jesus. That was harrowing.
If you had failed any of those subsequent saving throws, oh boy.
I was surprisingly rolling pretty well. With a +5 modifier. I won't take that away, but
And also, good thing Donovan healed you when he did, because what the Nectar of the Mornland also does is disadvantage on death saves.
yeah, that would have been fucking brutal. Let me
I
just
got you,
roll at
buddy.
disadvantage right now. Let's see what I got. Oh, a 5 and a 6. Yeah, I would have been
And a
dead.
downhill. Oh boy.
I do love me some magical secrets, so I can learn spells.
Does anyone have Revivify?
Yeah, I revivify. I try to make sure that I have healing at all times. That's why I asked specifically for
For the
a
diamond.
thing for the diamond.
2 5th level spells. Alright, cool.
I am sad that Wed was not able to get her, or the wind wall specifically.
I'm
That
mad
was-
that she succeeded on the deck save for fucking fairy fire.
Oh, I get another cantrip. Cool.
I got a 10th level option for. Ooh,
You get some more infusion things.
I do get some more infusion.
Bad.
things. I can now attune up to 4 magical items at once. Not that that
Heyo.
matters right now. And I can craft a magic item with rarity of common or uncommon,
Why do I know this? How is that helpful?
as well as I now have a new infusion. I mean, I love Artificer. I would 100% want to. What the fuck is this?
Yeah.
What did I get at 10th level?
Oh, Rogue's getting abilities
Ooh,
for
the
it.
third eye. Okay. I can either gain dark vision out to a range of 60 feet, ethereal sight within 60 feet. I can read any language, or I can see invisibility. That's a pretty good feature.
Yeah, it's pretty tight. You might need it.
Yep. Yep.
That see invisibility is definitely not one of the magical secret spells I just took.
Oh, Xavier. Oh no, that's a 14th level. What is the 10th level? Armor of hexes.
Oh yeah, Xavier can just say no whenever you try to.
Ethanel's gonna try to hit me with a fireball, and I'll just be like, no,
No.
I'm good.
No, thank you.
She'll try to poison me. I'm like, no.
What if you didn't?
I just take her hand and I'm like, no, thank you. I take it. I make her hit herself. I'm like, idiot.
No, you.
Quit hitting yourself. Quit hitting yourself.
What the hell? At 10th level, I can immediately have an infusion for a Helm of Awareness. While wearing this helmet, you have an advantage on initiative rolls. In addition, I can't be surprised or provided I'm not incapacitated. So I just get that now.
To reply to chat, I would absolutely love to play in a one-shot run by Rachel. That
Very
sounds
true.
amazing.
True, true. A
Uh,
lot of fun.
with some of y'all. Oh wait, with y'all. Okay. I saw y'all sometime and I mixed the some and y'all, and I was like, okay.
Yeah,
Rachel.
it'd be so much fun to run a one shot with everyone
Everyone
except
but
Travis.
Yeah, her next response, I can't do that. Is basically what I would imagine.
Yeah.
Well, flashback to the one time Travis was like, "So what do you do?" I imagine that's what it'd be as the DM. Like, yeah, so it hits you for 18 points of damage. You're like, no, it doesn't.
No.
No. Just like, oh fuck.
I'm really sad that she didn't try to come after me with that poison bullshit.
That would not have brought me down to 0 if I hadn't have taken damage from the thing, because I have a beefy con mod. But it yeah.
I thought about baiting her and to try to attacking me, but I was like, that whole time I was like, I don't know what to do.
Really? My first
Well,
thought was kill her.
Well, the thing is, we didn't.
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
I had like 2 turns worth of. I didn't know that she had done anything. I didn't know that she did anything to him until Killian said so.
Even without acting, Oleg would have run in there and been like, "Fuck you," and tried to kill her without
Jesus.
trying to kill her.
Well,
Like, truly,
That's the difference of wisdom scores, my friend.
that is the difference of wisdom scores.
My whole thing was just like, oh, Logan sent us an item and it has specific instructions on how to use it. I guess we need to use it. I was like, someone has to use it.
It was just that you
Nope.
finally attuned to them, so I was like, all right, I guess I'll send them to it
Yeah.
now.
Well, and
Oh,
that's the thing is, I
jeez.
also thought about the taking the picture thing. I wanted to use that to gain some kind of evidence like you did, but I just didn't think about it in the moment until you said something, which I'm glad you did, because that way we were able to actually like get more evidence.
Ooh-wee.
We got her on the ropes now, boys.
But we don't though.
Yeah.
And see, that's what gives me hope, is like that you all aren't like, yeah, we got her. That it's a mix of like, fuck, and yeah, we got her, and that makes me feel like, okay, I'm doing my job.
I mean, Oleg,
You have a sick way of thinking. You're messed up, Logan.
you're messed up,
You're-
dude.
What is wrong with you?
You're sick.
Fuck.
And here's the thing: is like I know she's tough,
Eat
but that
your
was probably like,
dice.
that was the
motherfucker.
least satisfying. That was one of the least satisfying
meet you at
comments
a
I've ever
Denny's.
been in,
Good.
because
That's
nothing
the
worked.
point. I know my luck has finally turned around.
I just
You're
can't
just
Logan,
lucky
you
that I
better-
couldn't see her.
Logan, you better locate your nearest Denny's, because we're about to
Yes.
meet you back there. We're about to beat you back there.
what?
The
No.
Denny's.
Denny's is reserved for Brennan. Logan gets Waffle House. All right.
Hey, that's fine. Hey,
Yeah,
guess
I
what?
love
There's
Waffle
no
Waffle
there's
House.
no Waffle House in Illinois, so I guess you have to wait a couple months.
I will build a Waffle House just to beat you up.
I'm gonna be honest. You don't even get that. What do you mean? You get a McDonald's.
No, you
Ooh.
get to go to the IHOP parking lot here in Boone where it's shut
Yeah,
down.
Wait, it's shut down?
it is.
Yeah.
It's
The-
haunting. I
The
drove
whole
past
Waffle
it.
House or just the parking lot?
The
No, Waffle House is still there. IHOP isn't there.
Oh, the IHOP. Excuse me.
Well, that's good
Well-
because IHOP and Boone sucked.
It kind of did.
yeah,
it
I park
did.
there now.
I parked there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they don't. The parking lot is just
No,
empty, so you can park there.
Good.
Logan, you're gonna meet me in the parking lot of a Carl's Jr. and we're gonna have it out.
Is it Carl's Jr. Red Burrito? Or is there just a Carl's Jr.?
Ooh.
I didn't know that was a thing.
You didn't know that was a thing?
And-
Yeah.
Frankly, I'm disgusted.
It's horrifying. It's like up
You should
here in Illinois, we went to the Wiener Schnitzel, or the Tasty Freeze, as it were, which is it's a hot dog and burger and fry joint. That's all it is. But they also sell like chalupas or something, and I'm like, I'm good. I don't want your burger. Yeah, it's horrifying looking.
You're doing too much.
Yeah, and it's like all burgers and hot dogs, and they're like, "Would you like a burrito?" I'm like, "No, absolutely not."
I ordered from this kind of like Southeast Asian place tonight, and it's very good. But the way they describe some of the things in their menu, they're just like a Thai burrito, and I'm like, all right, what does this mean? And it's just like egg, cilantro, carrots. It's like fresh salmon wrapped up in rice paper. I'm like, that's
Not a burrito.
not a burrito.
That's just like a wrap.
Yeah, that's call it a wrap.
With cilantro. I guess the added cilantro. It's like now it's Mexican. It's like no.
No,
Are you sure about that?
No, Sabine uses a lot of cilantro as like a garnish on top of stuff, or rolling it into like spring rolls, which was a problem for me because I got those genes that make it taste like soap.
What's it like?
Oh,
It's
you're
Irish or
weaker?
Scottish. I can't remember.
it's inferior. That's what
It
it's
is
called.
inferior. Cilantro is one of the best like toppings, ingredients, everything.
No, I've had people explain to me what it tastes like to them, and I'm like, that sounds really good. It tastes like putting a big old bar of Irish Spring in my fucking mouth.
That's right. I think Rachel's one of those too, which
Yeah.
sucks because I love cilantro.
Yes, they are. They just commented in chat. And I feel you on that.
Weak genes.
Just wait.
Yeah.
50 years from now, when we have the cilantro wars, then you'll see.
my
Yeah,
people will be
so-
eradicated.
Wait, Carson, you're telling
Cilantro
Carson,
haters.
Carson, there's not a vaccine for that yet?
I don't know. Yeah, I should have asked for that when I got the COVID one.
The COVID
Yeah.
vaccine. Can you also make cilantro taste good?
Yeah, and, I'm just get cut to like 3 weeks from now. Just posting on Facebook. It's just I loved cilantro before I got the Johnson and Johnson vaccine.
One strange side effect of the vaccine no one's
Yeah.
talking about.
Johnson and Johnson
Thanks,
made me hate
BuzzFeed.
cilantro.
Oh, Jacob, why do you gotta hit us with those terrible, terrible things?
That's a good question.
We'll answer that on an After Dark sometime in the next week or so. So yeah, we should probably stop playing because it's getting late and I'm hungry.
Yeah.
And I have work to do. So thank you guys for sticking with us. Alan, why are you such a gremlin? Alan's the best gremlin. You know,
I'm a gremlin.
honestly, that's apparently what Jacob has just asked. I would love for Alan to just like really dive headfirst into just the chaotic character and just do like, I want to play a goblin rogue, like mastermind, who's just like about everything. So you could essentially just do all the things and fuck it all up.
Well, then I would be the only one enjoying it.
Fair. Maybe we can
Or
do a
not-
one shot where everyone plays
No,
the little goblin rogues.
what we need is a one shot where Alan DMs, and
Oh,
we
God.
all just make the most chaotic characters.
Here's what we'll do.
I'm
Because
Scrimshaw the Goblin.
because for the NPC making thing we did make the non-binary goblin person that leads a gang
yeah.
of rats. You
Yeah.
like you could run a one shot where we all play rats, and we're doing a heist as rats.
Yeah, the Goblin is like our Danny Ocean or something like that.
Oh my god.
Oleg, I really want Oleg to answer that question someday.
Yeah.
What kind of person is Oleg's type? I think we know. We'll find out next
Is it
time.
Jennifer Lawrence?
I mean, just
If you know, you know.
I crawl out of a diaper. I'm just like, you son of a bitch, I'm in.
You crawl out of a diaper?
Yeah, dude, that's
Oh.
my home. Even for
Oh.
a rat, I'm a nasty little freak.
Oh. Can we go? Can we actually? Can this episode just be deleted?
Yeah, I won't save the VOD.
The lost episode.
When
We need
Carson
a
said something so upsetting, we all quit.
we need a quote of that. Even for a rat, I'm a nasty little freak. And on that note, thank you
Yeah,
guys
Mod-
for.
Mods, can we put that quote?
No,
Let's end there. Thank you all for hanging out. We'll
I refuse.
we might be here next week, same Sharn time, same Sharn place. All that.
You might be.
Varian might be alive by then. We'll find out. Have a great night, everybody.
Shine.